Welcome to Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. I'm Jody Walls.
I'm Brady Brock.
We're with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany over on Starling Avenue. We specialize in home financing needs, whether it's a purchase, a refinance, or new construction.
And we're super passionate about trying to help you find the home of your dreams, help you get it financed, just like this one right here.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
You come out flat, you're going to have to get ground to make up in the game. If you come out and hit them in the mouth on the first play, we're going to be fine.
We're back this week with another Tallahatchie Nutrition Player of the Week. Drew, we appreciate everything you guys do for us. This week's Player of the Week, we've got two guys. One is Jaden Hicks. Jaden had 10 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss and a sack. And then DJ Robinson's back for his second appearance. He had 3 touchdowns again, 1 defensive touchdown, pick 6, a rushing touchdown, and a passing or receiving touchdown. I'm sorry. He also, to go along with that, had 7 tackles as well. So, two Player of the Weeks. We're excited for both these guys.
Congratulations, fellas. And you already know this, but the good thing about winning Player of the Week is you get invited to a steak dinner at the end of the year. So
You like steak?
You like steak?
Yeah. Okay. So appreciate Tallahatchie Nutrition and everything those guys do for us.
Thank you, guys.
I'd like to welcome you today to Inside New Albany Football. I'm Paul Henry with David Good. Brought to you by
Gumtree Mortgage, Brady Brock, Jody Walls, also Pam Brown, State Farm. Both those two businesses do a tremendous job supporting us each year.
Well, Coach Stubblefield, hey, we rode down Highway 15 and came home with a W Friday night, didn't we?
Yeah, anytime you go to Pontotoc, you play in the Hollow, it's going to be a tough game. Guys played well, did exactly what they needed to get a win, and came out of there with a win. So anytime you go to Pontotoc and come away with a win, we're excited about it.
Kind of first drive of the game kind of started everything for you guys. Got a 4th down on about their 20-yard line, had a penalty and backed it up. And then on the 4th down play from there, we throw a 24-yard touchdown pass to Shaw. So it kind of set the tone early there with going on 4th down.
Well, you got that kind of mid-range. Didn't really too long for a field goal, not really long enough for a punt. So we decided to go for it. Braden has done a really good job all year of extending plays, right? Whether he's moving in the pocket, extending the play, and then Shaw did a good job continuing the route, finding some open space, and Braden, in that transition and moving around in the pocket, was able to keep his eyes downfield and find him. And so what that extension of the play led to 6 points. So we did a tremendous job right there on that particular play.
Yeah, a little bit later on, and the second drive for the Bulldogs, we got the ball in the second quarter with 6 minutes, 51 seconds left to go. We had another 4th down play. Simpson went up the middle for about 25 yards on that 4th down play as well.
Yeah, and that was a play where we tried to do a little tempo right there. We ran a 3rd down play, elected to throw it out there into the flat. Thought we could run the ball for the 1st down. Did it quick, line Keelan up. Anytime we've got, Keelan is a hard runner. We're pretty good up front. We like our chances there. So, we're very fortunate for us to do a good job right there, the offensive line, to get a hat on the hat and Keelan to pick up the 1st down. Anytime we keep the ball, it's a good thing for the Bulldogs.
Go ahead.
Well, I thought inside the trenches, our guys were working hard, really kind of setting the tone of the game, the whole ball game from start to finish.
Well, offensively, we're always going to try to run the football. We've got a good back, whether it's Keelan Simpson, DJ Robinson, you saw him some too. Those guys did a tremendous job. The offensive line played well. And then on the other side of that, our defensive line played extremely well. Anytime you control the line of scrimmage, and I think we talked about there in the game, just controlling that line of scrimmage week in and week out, has a huge impact on how the game's going to turn out.
We get the ball about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go before halftime. I know you were wanting to put points on the board there. 1st down play, Simpson gets 10 yards. 2nd play, we had a penalty, illegal procedure, kind of brought it back. And then the 3rd play is a 72-yard touchdown by DJ Robinson. So awesome series for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. We ran a play that we've been running, where we've got Shaw running up the middle. The safety that time went with Shaw. DJ did a tremendous job converting a corner route and pushing it more vertical. Nobody was around him. Braden did a good job extending the play again, keeping his eyes downfield, found DJ. That's something that both receivers, all of our receivers, have done a good job doing. Like I said, I think one of Braden's strengths is moving in the pocket, moving outside the pocket, keeping plays going. I think, he's going to be a guy that in the future he's going to start running the ball more for us. But he's done a tremendous job keeping his eyes downfield, finding those receivers. Other opportunities later in the game too that we just didn't quite complete, but were similar situations. So I think talked about the penalty right there. We overcame it. That was one of the things that we've got to do a better job cleaning up some of those things. I think if we had done that, the scoreboard would have been even more in our favor. I think offensively we played really well. When we were stopped, a lot of it was based off penalties and stopping ourselves. So that's something we got to clean up. I still don't think we're playing our best football. I think we've got another level to go up, and I think our guys are going to do that moving forward.
Well, you want to be playing your best football when you roll into the division,
Absolutely. So, like I said, offensively there, some huge drives. That was a very big play, overcoming those 2 4th down plays. Limit the penalties, and we wouldn't have to done that quite as much. But credit DJ, credit Braden made a good play on that play.
Yeah, you mentioned DJ. I've got him with 3 touchdowns on the night, 1 run, 1 pass, a 95-yard interception return for a touchdown. Gives him 7 touchdowns on the year, 1 rush, 4 receptions, an interception, and a scoop and a score. So is there any other way we can get DJ?
I think DJ's a tremendous athlete, number one. I think the big stat right there is those 2 defensive touchdowns. Those are huge momentum shifts. They were driving the field, had put a good drive together. We're trying to get a stop and changing the tide, keeping us going, and really kind of put the nail in there and it basically put Pontotoc behind the score. So,
well, I know our fans, it was like electricity was coming from the stands whenever DJ picked that ball and came back across, and came up the sideline there on our side.
And number 7, he's a tremendous athlete, right? He's a freshman, he's a young guy, but he did a good job. We basically, he was a boot pass, he rolled out of the pocket. He had a lot of pressure. Those D-line, those linebackers, were making him rush right there. And with that rush and DJ stepping in front of the ball, he put all that together, and it was a huge play for us.
I showed Keelan on the night, 18 carries, 117 yards, and 2 receptions for 19 yards as well.
Yeah, Keelan, yards per carry right there was up a little bit from the previous week. That's always a good thing. When we're at our best offensively, we're able to run the ball inside the tackle box, and we're able to stretch the field side to side with our quick game and screen game, and then take shots vertically. So we hit on several of our shots, didn't hit on all of them. Braden's completion percentage was a little bit lower than we'd like for it to be. But I think in general, if we could take one thing back from Friday night, it wasn't necessarily the play in any way, shape, or form or fashion. It was the penalties that we had offensively that I think stopped us and kind of held us back from putting more points on the board.
I know from execution standpoint, we were getting the ball in the right people's hands, and then we actually had a couple of other opportunities, maybe from drops, whatever, where everybody's where they're supposed to be, and we just didn't quite make the play, right?
Yeah, and nobody wants to make those plays more than those kids do, right? They work tremendously hard day in and day out at practice. And sometimes you're not going to be 100%. Talk about here it all the time. If you're batting 300, you have 3 out of 10 in baseball, you're doing really well. Well, in football, it's a little different. We need to be a higher percentage than that. But you're not going to make every play. So we focus a lot of the times. We tell them, day in and day out, hey, the most important play is the next play. That play's gone, put it behind us, and make the play the next time. So, and our guys are doing that. We talk about those receivers doing special things week in and week out, and that's what we got to have. We got to have them doing special stuff.
Well, I know just seeing I see potential, right, and we see just how good we can be, right. And I know y'all see it every day and everything, and just this team has a chance to be very special, right.
Yeah, I agree. I thought this was the best, our most complete game we played all year. Like I say, there's a couple of things we can work on to even get it to the next level, but thought it was the best game we played all year.
Yeah, and I agree. Like I said, I think Pontotoc's a good team. They've got some young pieces. They had a couple guys out, but we did play well. I think from a defensive perspective, there were a couple drives we'd like to have back where we've got to make sure we get in the gap, do a little bit better job bringing that guy down. 3 was a good running back, and 7 was an extremely shifty guy. So, anytime we're not doing what we need to, probably because there's a good player involved on the other team. And then offensively, our big takeaway was we've got to clean some of the penalties up. We extended our drive for them with a penalty at one point, and then we also put ourselves behind the sticks based off some penalties on offense. So clean some of those things up, be a little bit more greedy on offense. But, yeah, I think for sure it was our best game of the year so far.
Yeah, I showed Braden was 7 of 17 with 2 touchdowns on the season, 44 of 73, 740 yards, 10 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions.
Yes. And, the stat that we look at a lot is that completion percentage. If we're throwing the ball a lot, we want to be over 60%. So he's done very close to that most of the games. This week was a little bit lower than that. But a lot of that has to do with the other team, right, and some of the different things. Whether it's drop balls or whatever. A lot goes into that particular stat, but ideally we're running the football effectively and we're over 60% completion.
Well, I thought, you got to tip hat to our defense. We did a pretty good job against a very athletic Pontotoc team on that side of the ball too.
Seven, it's going to make a lot of guys miss in his career. He's going to be really athletic. So kind of, honing in on him and making sure we get on him. It was a key part of that game. It's going to be very similar to Senatobia. Senatobia's going to have a really good quarterback that we'll talk about later. That is a running quarterback that we got to make sure we corral as well.
Show the Bulldogs on the season 141 yards rushing per game, 176 yards passing per game for a total of 317.5 yards per game and averaging 28.75 points a game.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to, right now we're probably playing some pretty good defense. I think offensively we're not doing bad, but we want to keep that number up a little bit. We want to be closer to that 35, per game. And that's a lofty goal, right? But it's something we can for sure do.
I don't know if you know this or not, but with this win against Pontotoc, you tied Bill Ward as the fourth leading winning head coach at New Albany.
Well, I know you always keep up with that. It's something that we're obviously proud of. A lot goes into that, right? Kids go into that. Our coaching staff, our coaches do a great job week in and week out developing game plans and putting these kids in great situations. I'm very fortunate to be a part of that.
Speaking of the defense, I see that Jeb Boland is leading the team in tackles with 28. Had 7 this past week against Pontotoc. Zion Robinson next in line with 26. McKylan Cameron with 25 and Parker Skinner with 23, and he had 7 tackles as well this past week against Pontotoc.
A lot of guys right there, a lot of guys coming back. I continue to say I think our defensive line is kind of that strength of defense, but we're not bad. We're good in a lot of places, right? I think Parker Skinner and Zion Robinson are playing better and better each week. Those are 2 guys that didn't start the season as those starting inside linebackers. We had a couple of seniors who were injured. Now they've stepped in. They're getting reps. They're getting a lot more practice time each week and doing a really good job for us. Watching Zion where he got kind of thrown into the fire to now, you see a big difference in how he's keying reads and things. So he's doing a really good job. At outside linebacker, we've got speed out there. We talked about DJ Robinson. Earl is the other guy. Those guys are both safeties from last year, right? Mm-hmm. So we pulled our safeties down there, outside linebackers. Now we put Shaw and Jeb back there, so there's more speed on the field than there has been years past. I think that's a contributor right there. And then we're doing pretty well at corner as well. So if you look at our defense as a whole, we've been very solid. So we're excited about that, and we want to continue that.
Jaden Hicks, Jaden Hicks with 10 tackles this past week. I think he played with him like a man on a mission this past week.
Jaden plays a lot on defense, plays offense as well. Right. Jaden he's flat out one of our best players on the football team. He does a really good job. And I know we talked about DJ earlier, but DJ and Hicks were our players of the game this week. Hicks does a tremendous job. His first 2 steps are extremely fast. So if you're a tackle, if you're a guard, you better get your hands on him quick because he's coming. And just, like I said, he's an all-around phenomenal football player for the Bulldogs. His first 2 steps are quick. He's strong. He gets after it. He plays with the motor. Can't say enough about Jaden Hicks.
On the other end, Emmanuel Tucker, he also had 6 tackles against Pontotoc this past week.
And the other side, like I said, defensive line I think is one of our strengths. You've got Hicks. You've got guys like Tucker. Ethan Conley came in and played a lot of defensive end. So Tucker and Ethan split time at defensive end. You saw some guys rolling at nose. You got Jazz primarily played that nose for us, but you saw some other guys rolling in as well. So, I just think we've got some guys. You'll see Mr. Wade. You'll see Jalen Foster. You saw Ethan Conley, started the game for us. And I think that's something you'll continue to see. Ethan does a really good job. You're going to see Ethan and Emmanuel Tucker kind of swap in and out. And you'll also see some guys go in at nose. But Jaden's the one guy that he doesn't need to come off the field, But all of them combined, those 6 or 7 guys that are rolling in on defense, they're doing a good job. I think Emmanuel's another big one of those.
I noticed one time Parker Skinner went out with a slight injury. He came back in a little bit later, but Jaden moved to linebacker, so I was glad to see him in that position as well.
Right, and that's something that they practice. Jaden can bump back there. We talked just then about the depth that we've got at defensive line. Not as deep at linebacker. Jaden can roll back there. You'll also see Cade Pittman come in. Cade gives a lot of reps in JV games, at practice. But those are our two answers at inside linebacker, whether Jaden Hicks bumps back or K. Pitt going to come in at that inside linebacker spot.
We mentioned the offense and kind of what they were doing. The defense were only averaging giving up 19.5 points per game, which is great. Got 4 interceptions and 3 fumble recoveries and 9 sacks on the season.
Yeah.
So,
one of the goals that we have, right, and I'm not speaking for Coach Murphy or Coach Robbins, speaking for myself, but we want to be under 17 points. That's 2 touchdowns and a field goal. If we do that, we need, from an offensive standpoint, we need to win the football game. And then offensively, 35 has always kind of been our mark. 30 is phenomenal. We're just shy of that, and we're just over our defensive mark of 17. So there's room for improvement there, but we're playing pretty well. And like I said, I think the big takeaway from where we played maybe our best game against Pontotoc Friday night. We're still not where we want to be. We're still greedy. We're still not satisfied with where we're at. I think we clean some stuff up on both sides of the football and really play our best game. And Friday night would be a great opportunity to do that for sure.
exactly.
No doubt. Well, look, we're going to take it to a break now. I'm Paul Henry with David Good, Inside Albany Football with Coach Curtis Hopefield. We'll be right back with you in just a moment.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dream.
West Lauderdale for the 3A state championship, 41-21.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of history there. I know our last game against them was in 2008. I think that was first year here, if I'm not mistaken. It may have been second. But a game where we scored late, got up on them, and then they drove the field with, I think, about a minute or 47 seconds left. Just one that I still have in my mind that, we should have came away with the win right there. But, this is another opportunity. So we're excited about that and definitely going to Senatobia with the expectation of winning the football game.
I think the last time I saw them play, I think they were playing Columbia down at Hattiesburg for a state championship, right?
That was about 3 years ago, something like that,
ago.
like 4. But yeah, did a really good job. Like I said, won a lot of football games. I think they're 3-1, 4-1 this year. They've only got that Winona loss, was their first loss. So I know you talked about Hernando. I know they went and played Hernando, beat Hernando, beat Independence, beat some other football teams that are good programs.
I show that we played them 10 times. Bulldogs are 3-7 against Senatobia.
Yeah, we got to get to 4. I mean, we got to get to 4 after Friday night. Certainly want to, take it one game at a time, 1 year at a time. But we want to be 4-11 after Friday night against them for sure.
Well, what are we going to see offensively from Senatobia?
Senatobia is going to start with their quarterback and running back. Really, that's where their speed is at. Quarterback is an extremely shifty. We've played a few of those already. Number 7 for Corinth was a guy that had a lot of talent. Number 7 for Pontotoc was a fast guy. Number 3 may be the fastest of the one. Those other 2 were freshmen. This is a junior. Plays basketball, does track, is a really phenomenal athlete. We've got to make sure our linebackers and guys know where they're at, know where he's at, whether they're doing a lot of zone read, where he can give it or keep the ball. So we just got to have a hat on the hat and make sure everybody's kind of accounted for. Their running back is a little more physical. Runs the ball effectively, had 200-something yards in some previous games. So is a guy that we've got to corral as well. So I think from a defensive standpoint, those are 2 guys we got to stop. We've got to make sure we contain the quarterback and got to control that line of scrimmage to limit the running back. So
Okay, so what number is the running back?
the running back's number 2, quarterback's number 3.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think that they are by far the biggest part of their offense.
Not the biggest guys in the world. I've got one. The quarterback's 5'8", 155 pounds, and the running back 5'7", 170 pounds.
Yeah.
But like you say, the running back seems to be their workhorse on some of the stuff that I've seen.
Right. I know. I think it was a couple weeks ago. He had 240 yards rushing. I think
Pretty
3
good.
TDs. So he's a guy that, like I said, they want to get the ball in. They're going to throw the ball some and can throw it effectively. But if we stop the running game and limit those 2 guys, and for rushing yards wise, we're going to be in really good shape.
Yeah, I show a couple of wide receivers, number 10, Bobo, and number 6, Bobo. So I don't know if they're
Brothers?
Cousins?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not sure.
Sure.
One's Orion Bobo, one's John Bobo. One's a senior, and I couldn't tell the other one because they had him listed twice. So
Yeah.
he was a junior and a senior.
Maybe doing both.
Well, You know, they're big classes. They're junior classes we're looking at from what we've got written down. We've got a few key seniors. There are 2 inside linebackers are seniors and a DB. But a lot of their guys are juniors. They've got a really good junior class.
What are we kind of expecting out of them from the defensive side of the ball, Coach?
Well, you know, defensively, they're pretty, you know, I would say vanilla. They're not going to change a whole lot up. They're going to base out of a 3-4 defense, which is what we do week in and week out. They're going to try to do their job. They're in cover 3 or cover 2. The coverage may change a little bit, but that base is going to be that 3-4 defense. They will go to a 4-3 with the shell. And I want to talk about shell. I'm talking about the DBs and the corners. The box will change to go from a 3-4 to a 4-3 at times, but their coverage and stuff is very similar. So we're going to know where they're going to be at times. Our offense and our quarterback going to be able to see that, and there's not going to be a guessing game. You know, Pontotoc rolled a lot of guys down, had a lot of movement. Senatobia hasn't done that in the past. I think they just want to be really good and really sound at what they do, and so I think at times, you know, whether it's offense or defense, if you put too much into it, you know, you cannot be good at anything. So I think they're trying to hone in, try to be simple, but try to be really good. So defensively, I think they're led by those 2 inside linebackers I talked about. They are seniors, number 8 and number 11. They do a really good job for them. Up front, they've got a 6'3", 280-pound nose guard. It's number 50, probably the best player on that defensive front. So Conley's going to have a good task in front of him. And then they're not as strong, I think, as Pontotoc as a whole on the defensive line. Number 2 and number 9 defensive ends for Pontotoc were really, really good. 24 and 57 are the defensive ends for Senatobia. And while they're good, I don't think they're quite on that level of Pontotoc's defensive ends. So, you know, on the back end of that, you've got number 13 and number 1. Number 1 may be their best player in the secondary. He's a safety that likes to come downhill fast. Probably, if I don't know their stats right off, but probably one of their leading tacklers because he's all over the place. So
maybe he's got a couple of interceptions as well.
Yeah, he's a really good athlete. Number 13, the other safety, I know he had a kickoff return from Winona, so we're definitely going to try to avoid kicking him the ball. Just, you know, he's just got a lot of speed, and if you could limit that, it's something you certainly want to do, though. You know, with that being said, you know, we talked about our kicking game. We didn't talk about it earlier as much. But we're doing such a good job there. You know, Grayson made a huge kick this past Friday night against Pontotoc. And then Demarion Johnson has done a tremendous job punting the ball for us. I mean, anytime we're able to, you know, change or flip that field position, it's huge. And he's done that several times for us. So we're really, really excited about our kickers.
Johnson's, he didn't play last year, did he?
Johnson's a basketball guy. You know, he's been playing basketball, done a really good job, a big 3-point shooter for the Bulldogs. You know, talked to me a little bit this summer, a little bit at the end of last year. Just said, okay, Coach, I think I'd like to come try to punt. Came out, worked hard, did it over the summer. And it's like, yep, you can definitely punt and can help us. And, you know, he's found his role and has done a really good job helping us. So he, you know, a lot of days he's practicing basketball and then comes and punts and does different things for us. But just doing a really good job for us.
Well, I know Kurt on one of our radio broadcasts said, hey, we found us a punter, right? Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, he's got some boomers, did he not?
It does so well in getting the ball, some height on the ball, give your team the time to get out and settle in to make a tackle. Or we haven't had very many returned on us this year.
Well, you know, we always want to knock on some wood there, but Ethan has done a tremendous job snapping the ball. They're getting back there fast. They're right there. And then D's getting the ball off quick, too. I think there were a couple of times against Pontotoc where we didn't block it as well as we needed to have, but because our snap's so good, the punt so quick, it was still able to get off. And then, like I said, once it's kicked with that hang time, and then Conley, you know, as soon as he snapped the ball, he's going, and you can't hit a snapper right away. They can block him later, but a lot of teams are leaving him uncovered, and he's getting down the field fast, and some of our other guys, and, you know, really limiting what they can do as far as a return. So that's something we got to keep up.
Well, that's one thing. You don't really think about that, but a lot of times a punter or a kicker, you know, that snapper is probably the most important part of that.
You got to have that. If it's a slow or snap or whatever, you know, that gives people time to block. If it's off, then, you know, you're not going to get a good kick. So the snapper is extremely important, and Ethan's done a good job of that all year. He snaps for you know, on field goal, extra point, and on the punt. You know, another part of that is always important is our holder. You know, Jeb does that a lot. D, we talked about D being the punter. D, if something happened to Jeb, D does it pretty well too. So you may at some point see D there doing it. But yeah, your snapper, your holder, and those specialty guys are critical aspects of every football game.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know one thing. Senatobia is kind of known for their speed. You know, they're a big track school. They're always competing for championships, and I know they're going to probably have a lot of team speed, right?
Well, I think that's what you're going to see. You know, when you see them, we talked a lot about number 3, the quarterback, number 2, the running back, and they certainly have speed. On the defensive side, they're going to have it all over the field. You know, the defensive line it's not that they're slow either, but when you get to the linebacker and that secondary, a lot of team speed. You know, and with that, we're going to take matchups, find different guys. You know, we want to do what defense will give us. We know that like we said, they're going to be in a 3-4. You know, there's still spacing out there. We got to make sure we do a good job offensively of getting a hat on hat blocking those guys, but also understanding that space and knowing when to sit down, know when to continue your route, and then Braden know when to find those guys. So, you know, game plan's the same. You're gonna do a lot of the same stuff. We just got to get a little bit better at it, right? And but you know, we know they're a good football team. Thing is, I think we're a really good football team too.
Looking forward to making the trip to Senatobia.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
You want to do a little board talk? I think you talked about that. I know we've talked a lot about Senatobia's defense. I think you wanted me to get on the board a little bit and show just a few of our passive concepts against what they do. So we'll do that real quick and kind of give people at home a little bit of an insight to what we do with some of those concepts.
That sounds great.
All right.
Okay, we'll take it to a break at this time.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
All right, Coach, tell us a little bit about what we're going to be seeing this week from Senatobia.
Yeah, I talked earlier about them being in a 3-4 defense. So what we're looking at there is 3 defensive linemen and 4 linebackers. You know, that's very similar to what you see with us. You know, these guys, their alignment may be a little bit different, but that's kind of where they'll be. They will be in a cover 4 look. Corner, safety, and corner. When that can change. So right, so sometimes whether they're in cover 4, they're in cover 2. But one of the things I wanted to show some of these guys, you asked about it, was some of our triangle read football stuff. So if you YouTube football, if you hear the guys talking on Sports Center or whatnot, you'll hear triangle read football. So what we're doing is we're reading that triangle right there. You know, from the outside linebacker or your flat defender, which would be this guy right here, to your corner and your safety. So we've got several different plays. A couple of them that we do are like this right here. So we're going to run a spot route by the outside receiver. A lot of times that's Shaw, that's Caleb Shumpert, that's Jeb Bolin. We'll run a corner with our slot receiver, and then we'll flare the back. So the quarterback's looking at a couple different things. Number one, he's going to find this corner right here. If he's down, he's playing a cover 2 look, which means he's got the flats. All right, we know that we can take the corner route right now because that's a hard route for the safety to cover if he's a one-on-one right there, right? So if he's down, Braden knows right now I've got a shot at the corner route. All right, if he's off, if he's playing some type of cover 4, cover 3, where he's back, now that route's off. We're no longer going to throw the corner route to the slot. They're taking that away, right? So now he's going to key this outside linebacker. When he finds the outside linebacker, he knows he's got 2 routes. He's got the running back or the number 3, and he's got that guy coming for that spot route. Run this. If he hangs in that curl flat area, what's open, Mr. Henry?
Probably the guy in the flat.
That's right. The flats are vacated now, so we're going to throw that. We're going to get that to our 205 running back or DJ who's really shifty. We're going to let him run. If this guy is a flat defender, he rolls to the flat. Now we've got to hit that spot route before the inside linebacker has time to get to the curl flat. So it's just a triangle read. He's got an indicator. He's got a pre-snap read, which is this cornerback, and then he's got a post-snap read, which goes to that outside linebacker right there. And they can change it up to give us different looks. But as long as they're not doing some things, you know, if they don't have everybody covered, one of the things they can do is play a cover 3 look or a cloud look where he's there. But again, we like taking our one-on-one matchup with the safety and our slot receiver. So regardless of what they do, we've got some answers. Some teams from time to time will roll this safety over to the middle of the field. Now we're looking backside because you got 2-on-2 at that point. So just that's what you hear. Anytime you hear people talking about triangle read, that is what you're hearing. You know, you can do a bunch of different ways, but you're trying to get to the same spots. So I know this is up there a lot, but that's one concept for us right there. Another concept that you've seen, and everybody knows it in football, is flood. So now you can have a vertical, a 10-yard out, and an arrow route, and you're trying to do the same thing. You're still reading these 3 guys And that's why they call it triangle read right there. So that's just a couple concepts. One of them's snag, one of them's flood that we do week to week. That Braden knows every time he's going to get a pre-snap read, post-snap read, and that tells him where to go with the football.
Hey, awesome information here from your head coach, Coach Cody Stubblefield.
Thank y'all.
I'd like to welcome you back to Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. Coach, we really appreciate you taking time to kind of get on the whiteboard and kind of show us a little bit about what you're talking about.
Absolutely. That's something that coaches, they do. They spend a lot of time in there, whether it's evaluating game film, looking at different things on the board, knowing how you might want to adjust this route or that route. We do it with the guys. They do it. Braden's in there doing that. Every time we meet with receivers, they're on there. They're seeing those things. And those are just things you do to give yourself a chance to be successful.
Well, I know some people, having been a coach before, sometimes you have people you can tell it to, and some people you have to show it to them. And right, some of them actually take advantage of the film talk, right?
Absolutely.
So kind of putting all those pieces together can make a tremendous difference in kind of that football IQ, you would say, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And our guys are the same, right? We try to do it a lot of different ways, whether you're walking through it, running through it, on the board, doing film. There's a lot of different ways to teach it for sure.
Well, I can tell you I'm a non-football coach, right? It really helps me seeing some of that stuff so I can kind of know and translate what coach is talking about on some of this stuff,
It's a fun aspect of the game. I think that one of the things, other than just, getting to be around those young men, is actually scheming it up and looking at the film and kind of breaking down what gives you an advantage. So we definitely enjoy that.
Well, we're definitely excited to head down to Senatobia this weekend. I know this group's going to travel. Our Bulldog fans are going to come out and support us. And like I said, I can't go back and thank you enough for, like when DJ, that pick six, the electricity in the stadium the other night from our side was just tremendous, right? And those kids feed off of that.
Yeah, you see it at Ole Miss, at Mississippi State, at any level. When the stands get loud and those kids can feel that, it's definitely a big boost. So we appreciate all of our fans. We're gonna need them Friday night. We're gonna need them the rest of the season. So y'all make sure y'all continue to come out and support these guys.
Well, thank you for tuning in to Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. I'm Paul Henry and David Good. The show is brought to us by
Gumtree Mortgage, Jody Walls, Brady Brock, those two guys. If you got any kind of financial needs, lending wise, go see those guys. And then Pam Brown, State Farm. She does a tremendous job. Go see her for your insurance needs as well.
Thank you, and go Dogs.
Here at Pam Brown State Farm, we are so excited to sponsor Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. We have served New Albany for a quarter of a century, and we are so proud to continue to serve this wonderful community far into the future. We look forward to a fantastic season for Coach Stubblefield and the Bulldogs. Good luck, and go Dogs!
Test. You're on. Okay, I can't hear me or you, either one.
Now you can't.
Strive to put Union County and Mississippi.
And number 6, Logan Deaton. Bulldogs are at midfield. Looks like Senatobia has won the toss, Kurt. They're going to defer to the second half, so Bulldogs are going to get the offense rolling early.
I think the Warriors from Senatobia, are they 6-1, kid?
I know they've lost one game.
I think they've just lost to Winona, who's got 3, 4, 5 Division I prospects, a really loaded up team, so you can't judge much by that. And other than that, we've not had any common opponents.
Well, what I watched, the film that I watched them play Winona. And to be honest with you, Kurt, Winona is really good. Everybody has heard of that. But the thing was, it was kind of a lot of fluky stuff that happened. Senatobia is a good football team. We got our hands full tonight, I believe.
We've had some tough football games up here at Senatobia over the years. We were talking about a couple of them on the way over here, and I can assure you these guys are going to really hit you. They've always got a real physical team. Last game I remember coming to was in 2003, and we had a windstorm set in, but Jeremy Garrett, who is one of the coaches at Auburn, now defensive line coach over there, played on that football team here at Senatobia.
Well, I tell you what I noticed about them, and I kind of compared them to Corinth. I think they're better than Corinth, but they had a lot of speed. The quarterback is really fast. The wide receivers are fast, running backs, so a lot of speed. I don't think they're going to be as physical as we are.
And the Bulldogs are coming out. I'm going to try to send it down to David Good, see if we've got this thing working.
Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? All right. Both teams starting to come out on the field. Excitement in the air. It's homecoming here in Senatobia. Bulldogs hoping to make it another 1-0 or 2-0 against the homecoming spread. So good luck to the Bulldogs tonight.
Got the band here tonight, Kurt, or a pep band. I don't know what, but yeah, we haven't got the full band, but we got some band members down there, I think. And we're ready to get this thing kicked off. As I said, Senatobia won the toss, and they are going to kick to the Bulldogs to start this thing. Bulldogs are going to be in all white tonight. White headgear, white jerseys, white trousers. Senatobia is going to have white headgear, blue jerseys with yellow trousers. Kurt, we got an exciting one here. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know a whole lot about football, but I think this is probably, in my opinion, the best two teams in our division.
Not any question about it, I don't think, Keith. It's this game. Of course, we've still got 3 division games after this to go, but Senatobia, judging by records and what's taken place so far this season, Senatobia is by far the better of the bunch. So whoever wins this game tonight certainly is going to be in the driver's seat for the division championship.
I 1,000% agree with you there. And the Bulldogs are on the field. Looks like we're going to have the national anthem here. And we're going to send it back to the station for 60 seconds.
Hey, Terry, I'm hungry. Are there any?
Today to tell you thank you. Thank you for safely bringing us here tonight. I ask you to protect us and watch over the folks we have here tonight. And watch over the players we have here tonight. That we have no leaves for safety. We thank you for sending your son to die for our sins. I pray that you continue to walk in our lives and give us the strength to do. Forgive us for our sins and all our wrongdoings. I ask you to guide us and give us the strength. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
We have a special, the honey semi-mount, complete with worth it. All right, take it away.
All right, we're back just about ready to kick it off here. DJ Robertson, he and Shaw will get back for the Bulldogs along the 10-yard line awaiting the kick. And we are just about ready to get it underway. Got a really nice crowd here from New Albany tonight's game. And there comes the kick. It's high, towering kick, going to be fielded on the right side at the 20-yard line, straight up the field to the 25, taken down right there at the 20. First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Well, good kick that time by the Senatobia kicker. Kicked it. It was kind of a mid-range pooch kick, a little deeper kick. Pinned the Bulldogs back a little bit. They did a really good job of covering it, and the Bulldogs are going to have possession of the football at about the 20. Kind of hard to see at these low angles here, Kurt. Look like we're going to start on about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers wide to the right side of the field. And now they bring a man in motion to the Shettles has come back to the sideline. I don't know what we've got as a mouthpiece. They're telling him he's got to have a mouthpiece.
Man, I don't know what they did. He's got 8 seconds to snap his ball. I know that.
And we've got movement along the line of scrimmage. I don't know who was offside, but David Good's looking right at it. David?
Offside on Senatobia there. We had a little confusion there. The referee wanted the quarterback to have a mouthpiece in. He didn't have a mouthpiece in, so he sent him to the sideline. So, but drew him offside, so 1st and 5.
I'll be done.
1st and 5 for the Bulldogs, and like Keith said, we've got a terrible vantage point here. We're real low in the bleachers. We can't really see, so we may be off on where this ball's at some tonight as Shettles back to Fassy, fires it to DJ, completes it out to the 40-yard line, and it'll be a first down for the Bulldogs.
Well, just a good route right there. Bulldog offensive line did a really good job of giving Braden plenty of time. DJ ran a little button hook there in the slot, from the slot position. Braden put it on him, first down Bulldogs.
Not a stitch of air blowing here at Senatobia, and it's pretty hot. Handoff goes to Simpson, straight ahead, side steps a runner, follows a blocker, gains about 6-7 yards on it.
Good job that time by Keelan. The original intent of the play was to run it to the right side. Senatobia did a good job of stopping that side up. He just waited till something opened on the left side, able to pick up 5 or 6 yards. Second down and 4. My bad, Kurt.
2nd down and 4. As Shettles talks to Simpson in the backfield, moves him from right to left. They send the man blitz, and Simpson does a nice job of picking up the blitz, completes it out at the 45-yard line in Senatobia territory. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, and a nice job of blocking by Simpson in the backfield.
Well, you called it, Kurt, right there. Number 11 for them, that's Durley. I watched him on film. He's a linebacker. He's pretty good. The reason he stood out is a kid from Itawamba was number 11, too. He reminds me of him a little bit, but Keelan did a super job of picking him up when he was coming up the middle. Braden put it on the receiver. Another first down for the Bulldogs.
Football's at the 46-yard line. Shaw comes in motion. Now we've got a flag on the play. We've got a stoppage of play. And I think we're going to have illegal procedure on the Bulldogs.
What it looks like, Kurt. It looks like they're going to move us back.
Got a
5
little,
yards.
David?
Yeah, legal procedure on the Bulldogs there. Somebody got a little anxious on the far side of the field there to get started, but bring down a 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs.
Right at the 49-yard line, just 1 yard shy of midfield. As Shettles works with an empty backfield. He's back to pass. He's got plenty of time. Throws a bullet in the middle, and Shaw hit him in the shoulder pads, bounce off, but he had some, a man waved his hands right in front of him at the last minute. I think he lost sight of the ball temporarily.
Well, I tell you what happened there is the offensive line did a super job again. Braden had plenty of time to stand there. Loved the route that we ran with Shaw that time in the middle of the field. He hit him, and Caleb just not able to come down with the football. Good job that time by Braden. We ran a screen pass that time to the right side to DJ. Beautifully set up. Offensive line did a good job, and then when DJ got the football, he just cut back across the field. Going to bring up 3rd down and a long 1 yard to go, Kurt.
Bulldogs will stay with 3 wide receivers wide to the right. That's Bolin, Robertson, and Shumpert. In fact, Bolin will be wide to the left, the lone receiver. Hand off to Simpson straight ahead. He got 1 yard, maybe he's going to be awful close to a first down. I don't know if he got it or not.
Looks like it's going to be a 4th down for the Bulldogs. Come up just a little bit short. Going to be about a half yard to go on 4th down, half yard.
Tucker and Hicks will check in. The Bulldogs check in their power blockers in, a tight end and a H-back. 4th and 1 as Coach Stubblefield decides to go for it here early in the football game. Shettles tries to draw the Warriors offside, and he may have done it. There was movement along the line of scrimmage, and I think this defensive end on our side jumped off. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Bolin checks back in. Tucker checks out. Shaw checks back in. Hicks checks out. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. That's a 32-yard line.
Well, good job that time. I believe that was our intent, was obviously to try to draw them off, and we were maybe going to call a timeout. Braden did a good job of getting them to jump.
Shettles back to pass. He's got time. Nice job up front. Now a little bit of pressure. Rolls right. He's looking for DJ. He caught it. 1st and 10. Caught it right along the sideline. Nice throw and catch. As Shettles rolled to his right. DJ caught it just inside the sideline.
Wow. Kurt, they're going to say that was incomplete.
Huh?
He sure called that incomplete. I did.
Oh, no. He was 2 steps inbound.
Wow. I don't know if David saw that down there or not, but I sure thought he caught it.
Oh, for sure. That's pathetic.
Anyway, the referee didn't think he did, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 yards to go. There's a great pass and what I thought was a great catch.
3 receivers wide to the right. Simpson's alone running back. Shettles barks out to single, fakes it to Simpson, throws it out here to Shaw, threw it at his feet, couldn't come up with it. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Coach Senatobia is bringing some pressure between the tackles. They're kind of stacking it in there. And that time we ran an option play. It was one of those option plays where Braden could run the football after he had faked it to Keelan, or he could throw the ball to Caleb Shaw on the outside and just threw the ball a little bit low that time.
It'll be 3rd down and 10. Mark it at the 32-yard line. Movement along the line of scrimmage. No flags this time. Now Shettle sets his offensive football team. He's back to pass. Got all day. Plenty of time. Looking. Completes it to Shaw. Turns straight upfield. Got sidesteps one man. Dives forward for a 1st down.
Wow, Kurt. I can't tell you how impressed I am with the offensive line tonight. They're doing a really good job of giving Braden time. Braden hits Shaw going across the middle, and then Caleb just made a great move to get back to the middle of the field and pick up the 1st down.
Ball's going to be on the 16-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Bulldogs, putting an excellent drive together. Hand off to Simpson. Got a little running room. He's going to get 2, 3, maybe 4 yards out of it before he's taken down.
Well, they're stacking folks in there for sure on the defensive front. That time, Caleb bounced it
left and right. DJ comes in motion. Fakes the handoff to Simpson. Shettles turns it inside. He's going to go in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Third, very impressive drive there by New Albany, and Braden did a really good job of reading that one, pulling it out and running it into the end zone for the touchdown. To me, Kurt, that's the most impressive drive I've seen out of New Albany this year.
Really nice job. Alexander on for your Tallahatchie Gourmet extra point. Holidays right around the corner. Go by Tallahatchie Gourmet and get all your catering needs scheduled. Bolin does the holding. Alexander does the kicking. Little bit of a high snap. Bolin did a nice job getting it down right through the middle. 7-0. We'll be back in 60.
enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fix them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
7:24 left here in the first quarter. Again, we've got another Northeast Mississippi Community College kickoff. The Tigers, with only 2 home games left, went to 4-0 last night with a 40-0 win over Delta. They will host a homecoming game next week with Holmes. And all you folks from New Albany need to make your way up to Boonville next week because one of our greats from years gone by and still a great man, Johnny Payton, will be inducted into the Northeast Sports Hall of Fame.
7:24 remaining in the first quarter. Bulldogs have gone up 7-0. As Alexander is teeing the football up. I think we finally got everything working with David Good. Finally got all our connections worked out, found out our problem. We've been struggling with it for a couple of weeks. David, looked like that last pass over here was inbound.
I agree with you guys both. It looked like it was inbounds to me as well. He did kind of cradle it a little bit as he was going out of bounds, but from where the guy called the ball, the catch, the no catch from, he's a little bit behind the receiver, but I thought it was a good catch by DJ. But Bulldogs, go ahead and put it in the end zone anyway.
Kickoff returned out to around the 40-yard line, make it to 42. 1st and 10 for the Warriors, first possession of the game.
Well, a little pooch kick there by the Bulldogs that time, and the receiver for Senatobia just caught the ball and cut it right back into the middle of the field, able to pick up probably 10 yards on the return. As you said, first possession for Senatobia.
I'm going to tell you what, Bulldog fever must be catching pretty good because we have got a good crowd over here tonight.
It is a good crowd for sure.
And a full house over there for the Warriors also. So we've got a full stadium. A few vacancies down to my right over here. We've got a timeout on the field. We're going to be back in 60 seconds.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're gonna celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
Right, take it away.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, folks. The quarterback for Senatobia just reared back and threw the ball as high and far as it could. Had a fight for it. Deaton and the receiver hooked up about the 15-yard line, and Deaton was pulling, trying to get the ball loose. They wound up in the end zone. Touchdown for the Warriors.
You said it, Kurt. He did. Had good time in the pocket, and he just reached back, threw it as far as he could. I don't think he can throw it any further than that because he threw it as hard as he could. The receiver came down with it, and a quick touchdown for Senatobia.
Couldn't throw it any higher either. The extra point is going to be no good. He hooked it to the left. Bulldogs will stay up 6-0, back in 60 seconds.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
First play, throws a bomb and scores in about 15 seconds.
Shaw and Robinson back along the 5-yard line, awaiting the kick. And this one's going to be taken by Robinson right along the sideline. Straight up the far sideline it comes, looking for a block. Going to be taken down at around the 22-yard line. And we've got one score just came in from Chevron shortstop, just across the street from New Albany High School. Ripley has taken a 14-0 lead over Shannon Red Raiders. That's in the first quarter.
Kurt, that was a very impressive kick there by the Senatobia kicker. That was a high and deep kick. DJ took it, as you said, almost on the sideline there, cut it back to the middle of the field. Bulldogs are going to have possession at about the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 it will be. Shettles and Simpson working in the backfield as normal. Bowling wide to the left, Shumpert wide to the right. Shaw and Robinson in the slot. Shettles fakes it to Shaw, keeps it himself straight ahead, picked up 5-6 yards on it before he's taken down. They're actually going to see where they're going to mark it. Yeah, about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
I thought they might get Simpson there for motion early. It looked like he left a little bit early. Braden did a good job there keeping the ball and getting 6 yards on 1st down.
Ball on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Shaw comes in motion. Shettles gives it to Simpson. This time he sidesteps one tackler, breaks another tackle, plunges forward, gets 1, maybe 2 yards out of it before he's taken down. But we've got a flag on the field, and we'll send it down to David Good to see what it is. David?
There's going to be a face mask call, but I'm not sure if it's on New Albany or on them. So it looks like it's going to be against the Bulldogs. We had the face mask trying to get out there with a stiff arm, so got a little bit of the face mask.
Going to back the Bulldogs up 15 yards. I think from the point of the infraction, let's see exactly where they're going to wind up marking the football by the time they mark it off. It'll remain 2nd down. The ball will be on the 19. It'll be 2nd down and 12 from the 19-yard line. And we've got a charge on it. Let's see where they're going to exactly where they're going to mark it. Nice, really the perfect call. Senatobia was coming with a blitz. Keith Bulldogs had the screen on.
Senatobia's been bringing pressure a lot tonight up the middle, and Braden did a super job that time of letting them keep coming to him, giving it as much time as possible for it to set up. O-line did a good job. Simpson did a good job of running. Good 2nd down play.
3rd down and 8 on the 24-yard line. Shettles back, rolls to his right, picks up, he's going to go down. He just couldn't escape the pressure. It kind of collapsed on him as the pocket caved in. He's going to lose a yard, maybe 2, and I would imagine Johnson will come in for the Bulldogs and punt it away.
You got it, Kurt. Punting time, and Senatobia is doing a good job of getting pressure on the Bulldogs, and the Bulldog offensive line has done a good job on most occasions, but that time they were just able to get in. Braden, there was no time for Braden to get the pass off.
Johnson's been averaging around 44 yards a punt for the Bulldogs. It really puts it up high also. It'd be a nice time to get another good one off. He's got a good snap. He's got time. He's got a high tumbling punt. It's going to hit it midfield, take a Bulldog roll inside the 45 down to the 41-yard line. Pretty nice job once again by Johnson. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Really good job by Johnson, and I'm not saying it because he's my nephew, but Ethan does a really good job of getting down the field. The center's always uncovered. They can't cover the center. And, man, when he snaps that ball, I think he's got more speed than most Conley's ever had because he gets down there really quick. Good job of coverage, good job of kicking, and we don't need to let him score on the first play this time, Kirk.
Ball's going to be on the 41-yard line. We've got 4:34 remaining in the first quarter. 7-6 is the score. We'll have scores coming in from all over North Mississippi a little later. That's brought to you by Chevron Shortstop, across from the high school. As Bonner barks out his signal, hand it to his running back. Looks outside, turns it back inside, breaks one tackle, still on his feet. And I mean a nice job of running, and that's the first time we've seen him with the football, Keith. And I tell you what, pretty good speed and pretty good quickness.
Got a Bulldog a little slow getting up on the field. Referee's going to call a timeout for them. They're on their knees. Can't tell what the number is yet. But, Kurt, you called it. I saw that's going to be Skinner that's hurt for the Bulldogs, number 5. He's just taking a little bit of time to get up.
Working at a skin, excuse me, go ahead.
No, Senatobia coaches are out there with him. New Albany coaches are making their way out there. Not really sure what the injury is right now, but at number 2 for them, Kurt, I've watched some film, like I said, and the quarterback number 3 and the running back number 2 are awful quick.
They really are. I was surprised to see him. That'd be not real big, but, I mean, he put some moves on there. That's Tabor, excuse me. Bonner's the quarterback. Tabor's the running back. Got Bobo will be the wide receiver, and they'll be both of them. We've got 2 Bobos, and one plays one receiver, one plays the other. And they're looking at Skinner. Let's send it down to David Good. He's down on the field. David, what's it look like, David?
Yeah, that was Parker Skinner down. Looks like a knee or an ankle he's got kind of banged up on that play. He was kind of behind the play, so I didn't see if he actually got blocked or anything to cause him to go down. But went down last week, was able to get back into the ball game. So hopefully he'll be able to get back in the game. He's not putting much weight on there, but he is able to put a little bit of weight on there.
That's a situation where they'll move Hickson, come from his defensive end position. He'll move to linebacker.
Well, you hate to see anybody get hurt, obviously, and Parker's, like David said, not putting a lot of weight on it, but that's a position that the Albany Bulldogs have just had a horrible year with injuries there, and we're hoping Parker's okay and can get back in this game.
Yeah, he's walking a little bit better as closer he gets to the sideline. Of course, he's been being helped. Hopefully we'll get a good report on him. We've already got Hobson and
Keener, both our starters this year, both out for the year. Parker's.
So Zion Robertson will be a linebacker in the middle. Hicks will be a linebacker in the middle for the Bulldogs as Bonner barks out the signals, try to pull the Bulldogs offside. Handoff goes to the running back. He's quick, breaks one tackle, hit hard at the 30-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Warriors, and I'm going to tell you what, Keith, we're going to have to get some penetration or they're going to move the ball all night.
Yeah, again, they just ran that one off tackle. The quarterback, number 3, Bonner, just turned around and handed it to Tabor. Good blocking on the left side by their offensive line, and he was able to get big yards, first and 10.
Warriors kind of trying to go with a little bit of tempo. Quarterback Bonner keeps it himself. Now he pitches it on the option. Good running room along the right side on the option. He's going to pick up 6, 7, 8 yards before he's taken down. Going to give him about 6 on it. It's going to be 2nd down and 4.
Well, that time Bonner just took the snap in the shotgun. Number 2, Tabor, was behind him, and they just ran an option from the shotgun, able to pick up big yardage.
And the Bulldogs are going to jump off sides into the neutral zone. That's going to be Tucker for the Bulldogs. Unless he was pulled, let's see what they're going to call.
They're going to call it on the Bulldogs.
Yep. That'll be enough for a Warrior first down.
Number 55 for the Bulldogs is going to go into the game. Get Tucker out. Number 55 is Gilbert for the Bulldogs, junior.
Bonner hands it to his running back. This time nowhere to go. He got 1, maybe 2 yards out of it before he's taken down. Looks like Hicks in on the tackle working for that. We just talked about working from a linebacker spot.
Well, it just wasn't good job by the Bulldog defensive front. There wasn't as much there. The running back got a little extra there, more than I really thought he was going to get by kind of spinning out of a tackle.
Yeah, he wound up getting about 5 yards. It's going to be second down, a long 5. As Bonner works at quarterback, he's back. He fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, makes a little juke step. He's going to go into the end zone, touchdown, and almost, I would say, went in untouched.
Well, it was a good job by the Bulldog defensive front of stopping the dive up the middle on the right side. Bonner just read it, pulled it, and he made about 3 Bulldogs miss by just juking and getting into the end zone with ease. As you said, he wasn't touched. 12-7. Warriors, 2 minutes, 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here, Kurt.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Bonner's going to keep Tabor as his running back. He's back to pass, under pressure, throws it up for grabs, incomplete. Extra point, no good. Back in 60 seconds.
Enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed, and so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fix them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
13, Shannon's extra point hit the gup right, so they've got a barn burner going on up Highway 15 as the Bulldogs get the receiving team on. That's DJ Robson, Shaw back deep, Simpson flanked out to the right.
Could have got another score come in from Chevron shortstop. Kossuth leads Boonville 7-0.
And that's a big game up there in that division. I think that is for first place in that thing, and the kick is good. It's right down the middle. Going to be taken down by DJ Robinson at the 10-yard line out to the 15 to 20. Picks up a block up the sideline, finally taken out of bounds. It'll be a first down for the Bulldogs. Trail this football game 12-7. 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining first quarter.
Kurt, I want to tell you, this kicker for Senatobia has got some leg, man. He is kicking that ball. And you're right, Kurt. We've got to figure out a way to stop their offense for sure, because they've gone down the field twice with ease.
Well, they're quick. The quarterback is quick as a cat, and so is the running back. That's Bonner and Tabor, and somehow we're going to have to get some penetration and cause some disruption in the backfield. Shettles looks at a 3-down lineman set. He's back to pass. He fires it out to DJ Lowe. Took it on the bounce. It'll go incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Well, again, he ran that same route he ran early in the game. It's just a little curl right there about 7 yards off the line of scrimmage, and Braden just wasn't able to get the ball there. Too low. Bounce to DJ.
Shettles will send twin receivers to the right. He's going to hand it to Simpson, and he's going to be hitting the backfield, going to lose a couple of yards on it. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
Well, just nothing there. We talked about it. They've been getting pressure, whether it's winning at the line of scrimmage or if they're bringing blitzing linebackers. And that time when Simpson got the football, there was 2 or 3 blue jerseys on him before he could ever really get started.
Shettles will work with twin receivers left and right. Ball is right on the 20-yard line. Back to pass. He's got time looking down the middle. Tried to get it to Shaw. Couldn't get it to him. He was well covered there by a Warrior from Senatobia. The Bulldogs will have to punt the football away.
Well, I'm not even really sure that Caleb knew the ball was coming to him. He was running a route across the middle of the field, and he wasn't looking back at Braden at the time. Wasn't that bad of a pass, but just not able to get the football. Punting situation down 12-7, 1:29 left in the first quarter.
Johnson on to punt the football away for the Bulldogs. As we stated earlier, does a good job punting the ball. I really don't know. He gets such good hang time on it, Keith. I don't remember a punt being returned on him.
Well, again, he does get good hang time, and we have good coverage, and that's another one.
It's going to hit 48-yard line. It's going to take a Bulldog roll again down to the 40-yard line, and we'll send it down to David Good. David Johnson just does a good job of getting hang time on that ball. No way to return it.
You're exactly right, Kirk. Does a fantastic job. A lot of hang time. Gives Conley a time to get down there. Coach kind of mentioned in the pregame show that the snapper is not supposed to be able to be hit immediately, so Conley usually gets off the ball pretty quick. He's done a good job of containing the guy who's receiving the ball down here both times. And we punted tonight, so good job there, both guys, DeMarion Johnson and Conley.
Bulldogs got to get some penetration, Keith, and get these guys stopped before they get in the open field.
Hey, you're gonna have to tackle. You're gonna have to tackle well tonight because these guys are really moving around a lot.
Bonner hands it to Tabor, sidesteps a tackler, breaks another tackle, still on his feet across midfield down to the 45-yard line. It'll be a 15-yard gain and a first down for the Warriors.
Well, they're running the same plays, just one side to the other, and number 2 is very impressive. Tabor is just a mover and a shaker, 5'7", 175 pounds. He is a junior this year, and so he'll be back next year.
Inside 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. As Bonner sends twin receivers left and right. Back to pass he is. He's under pressure. He throws it out, completes it on the sideline. Sidesteps a man, gets close to a first down. I think he's going to be a yard shy. Maybe 2 yards. We just can't really see. It's going to be second down and 2.
Just threw an out route there, number 3. Bonner just threw it over to number 6 for the Warriors. That's going to be one of the Bobos.
That's going to be the end of the first. Well, we still got enough time. They are going to get a playoff. Trying to pull a Bulldog offside. That didn't work.
We're going to let the clock run out.
And we're going to take 60 seconds at the end of 1 quarter. 12-7, Senatobia leads the Bulldogs.
Tonight's action is being brought. Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're gonna celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
Senatobia getting ready to start the second quarter. Bulldogs trail the football game 12-7. Senatobia is going to have the football on the Bulldogs, looks like about 38-yard line, leading the football game.
Winona's taking a 7-6 lead over Charleston at the end of 1 quarter. Ripley leads Shannon 14-13. Shannon has the football on the 10-yard line.
Still waiting to get
At
this
least
thing
there's
started.
finally a little bit of a breeze blowing around this place.
Well, we're going to get paid extra tonight for all the stuff we've gone through.
If we don't, I'm going to go down there and sit by that fan down there where the players are all sitting around.
Well, the elements have been tough. We were told we were supposed to set up one place, then we end up in the bleachers, and a lot of stuff going on. Hazard pay tonight. Senatobia's come to the line of scrimmage. They got a second down and a yard to go. Waiting on the referees. Actually, the head referee's coming over to talk to Coach Stubblefield. Don't really know what this conversation could be about. They're having a long conversation. Like I said, that Senatobia has a football inside about the 37-yard line of the Bulldogs. Second down and a couple to go.
I guess they were making sure they had the ball placed correctly. Bonner working with an empty backfield. He was going to hand it off. We've got a stoppage of play now. And I don't know why they stopped it. David Good.
They're making some communication with the backfield. They're either legal procedure or offside. They haven't made a signal or call at all, so I'm not sure. They're still talking about it.
Choctaw County's taking an 8-7 lead over East Webster. That's the first quarter score.
Replay it down. They are. No call on the play, guys.
Huh.
2nd and 1. Bonner fakes the handoff. He keeps it himself. Not only does he keep it, not only is he fast, not only is he quick, relatively short, and he gets lost in the crowd back there. And the next thing he darts out of nowhere and he's got a 10-yard gain.
Well, I tell you what, with these two, you're danged if you do, danged if you don't. If number 2 gets it, you're in trouble. If number 3 keeps it, you're in trouble. I mean, these two guys are quick as cats, and they really do a good job of faking and running misdirection.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line. Bonner back to pass, looking, he pump fake. He's still under. Now he's finally under pressure. Completes the football to number 7, Bobo, taken down hard, and we're going to have a flag come sailing in. I mean, David Good is standing right there looking at it. David, what do we got?
Going to have a holding back up field, but there's a flag down here late on the field. I'm not sure exactly what this one is. Is that going to be down here at all? I didn't see anything happen. They just made a good tackle down here by the Bulldogs, so I don't know if there was another block in the back or what, but I have no idea what this second flag is going to be.
Well,
I think they're going to call it offsetting penalties. They're going to leave it at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. And what in the world the Bulldogs could have done, I don't know. David's talking to the official.
He called a face mask over here, so it was offsetting penalty. They had a holding against Senatobia and then a face mask down here on the play.
Handing off to Tabor. He gets to 2-3 yards before he's taken down, 2nd and 8.
Good job by Conley there, coming from the defensive right side of able to get his hands on him before he got started.
12-7 is your score. Senatobia leads the football game. Still early in the second quarter. Bonner brings the band in motion. Now he sets up in the slot. Hands it to his deep back Tabor. He's dragging the Bulldog football team, and he's going to be close to a first down. We're going to have to see where they're going to mark it, but certainly shouldn't have got as much yardage as he did.
Well, when you have guys like this out there, you've got to do a good job of tackling. And that time, we were in position to make the play. We just weren't able to make the play. Able to pick up, I don't know how, got a first down and 10. We're just about to get to 10 minutes left here in the first half. Senatobia on the move, leading 12-7.
On the 16-yard line, Warriors threatening to go up 2 scores. As here comes the option. He pitches it and gets away from him. The ball's loose. I don't know if now a Warriors picked it up. He's going to run it to the end. He finally got taken down. They pitched it, Keith, and the ball got away, and another Warrior picked it up. And he's going to be close to he's going to have a first down inside, at the 4-yard line.
Kurt, they ran that option to the left side. They had ran it to the right side earlier, and Bonner pitched it to Tabor. Tabor was not able to make catch the ball on the pitch, and Bonner ended up behind him, just ran up, picked the ball up, and like you say, ran for a first down.
Barks out some signals. Now looks to the sideline. Hand off to Tabor. He's going to get one, maybe two.
Bulldogs trying to make some defensive changes. I'm not sure if we got enough people on the field now.
We've got timeout. Yeah. Timeout, New Albany. Back in 60 seconds. You're listening.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
Pretty much with ease.
Bonner hands it to Tabor straight ahead for a touchdown for the Warriors. And I'm going to tell you, if both of the backs look to me like they're about 5'6" or 5'7". But you talk about good football players, they are that.
Well, that's what they're listed in the program. I think one of them is 5'7", one's 5'8". They both are listed weighing 155 pounds, so that's probably wet too because they are not very big, but they are really shifty runners.
They're going to go for two once again. They're going to try to turn it on a jet sweep. And this time I don't know. It's going to be so close. Still no indication. I think they're going to mark him short, Keith.
Nope, they gave it to him.
Now they say good. 20-7, Senatobia over the Bulldogs. Back in 60 seconds.
Enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed, and so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fix them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
As they've fallen behind 20-7, 8:36 remaining in the first half. Tupelo's taking a 13-7 lead over West Point.
Kurt, this kickoff and all kickoffs is brought to you by Northeast Mississippi Community College. Northeast football team is off to a great start this year, 4-0 after defeating Delta last night, 40-0. Next week's homecoming at Northeast against Holmes.
High towering kick fielded by Shaw. Now he gets away from it. Good decision by Shaw. Had to bring it out to the 35-yard line. Bulldogs have decent field position, trailing the football game 20-7.
Well, Kurt, it's obvious the way their offense is running the football tonight, we are going to have to get our offense going. I mean, I'm not saying we got to go strictly to throwing the football down the field and all that. We can run the football, but we've got to have some, state the obvious here, we've got to have some offensive production. And probably would be good to keep them off the field a little while and let our defense get a little bit of rest.
TCPS has taken a 6-0 lead over Hatley as Shettle sets his team. He's back to pass, looking, fires a bullet across the middle, completes it to DJ, sidesteps a man, comes across midfield to the 49-yard line. Nice job of throwing the football, nice job of catching it.
Well, you said it, Kurt. Great job by the offensive line. Braden just dropped back 7 yards deep in the backfield. DJ ran a little curl route in the middle of the field, caught the ball, made a couple of guys miss. Good play for the Bulldog offense.
Shettles talks to Simpson. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Back to pass. Pump fakes. Now looks right. Under pressure. Going to be taken down from behind. Just could not find a receiver to throw the football to.
Well, Braden's just got to throw that ball away. The offensive line did a good job of giving him time to throw the football. Defensive backs for Senatobia just did a better job of coverage. There was nobody open. Braden held on to the ball too long, and they ended up getting him in the backfield.
It'll be 2nd down and 21. Football's at the 39-yard line. As they get straight on the play, they want to run. Shaw and Shumpert wide to the left. Shettles back to pass, throw a little bubble screen to Shaw, picks up a block, got some running room. Oh, he had one man to beat, couldn't beat him, but he's taken down at the 45-yard line. Whether to get a manageable 3rd down.
Well-designed play there by the Bulldog offense. Shaw did a really good job of just stepping back, letting him develop, got good blocking out here on the outside. Braden put it on him perfect. Almost broke that thing for a really long one. 3rd down and 4.
Shettles brings Shaw in motion, hands it to him on a legit sweep, turns it up. He might have got a yard, Keith. That'll be it.
Yeah, just nothing there. They did a really good job on what would be their left defensive end, coming up and making Shaw cut the ball back up the field. Nothing there. Bulldogs are going to, Coach Stubblefield already made his decision, going to punt the football. 4th down and a long 3, maybe 4 yards to go, and Johnson's in to punt. And Kurt, I would not be surprised right here if we saw a fake punt.
The ball's on the 44-yard line. Situation's going to be about 4th and 3. And that's exactly what it is. And the Bulldogs are going to get a first. I think they're going to get a first. David Good is right on it. And I don't know. It's going to depend on where they mark it. David, what do you got?
He's going to mark him a little bit short. Turnover on downs for the Bulldogs.
Well, you called it, Keith.
I just thought he got to the line to gain was the 40-yard line, and it looked like to me that he fell on the line, that line. I think we got a bad spot there, to be honest with you. Senatobia's going to take possession. We got 5:55 left in the first half. Senatobia leads 20-7.
Bonner and Tabor, the tandem in the backfield, doing an outstanding job for the Warriors. Bulldogs coming with a little pressure, blitzing, under pressure, throws it as deep as he can. Bolin trying to get to it, Shaw trying to get to it. Neither one of them got there. It'll go incomplete.
Well, it was kind of like that first play of the game that they threw it just deep, and the Bulldogs did a really good job that time. Caleb and Jeb were both back there, double coverage, threw the ball a little bit too far. Good job by the defense that time.
2nd down and 10. We've got a flag on it too, Keith. It'll remain, going to remain 1st down, but it's going to be, must be a hold because that's a 10-yard penalty what they're marking off. Holding on the Warriors. The officials are saying run the clock, but the clock operator doesn't want to turn it on. He's got a sore arm down there trying to wind it up.
Still hasn't got it started.
No, he's going to give Senatobia time to score. Now he's made his mind up. Handoff goes to Tabor, picks up a little running room, taken down and out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
Big play there. They just ran it off tackle on the right side. As you said, Tabor's running the football, running it hard. Good blocking on that right side by the Warriors. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 8 yards to go.
Bonner fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He's got a 1st down, still on his feet, refusing to come down. 1st and 10.
Well, again, we made contact with him probably 2 yards from the line of scrimmage, and he just was able to keep his feet moving. We weren't able to get him down on the ground. Able to get a 1st down.
If we can, we need to get David Good to go over and get the name of this clock operator. We'd like to get him to come to a few of our games at home. He doesn't mind. We'll pay his mileage to come. Because they cannot get the clock to run. Now they do. Tabor hands it to Bonner, hands it to Tabor. He's got all kind of running room. Still on his feet. Finally taken down, but another 1st down.
They're running like a stretch. It's not a complete stretch play all the way to the end. They're kind of just running it off the tackles on both sides, evidently getting really good blocking on the corners because it's wide open on both sides.
Yeah, they're getting 10, 12 yards a pop is what they're doing, Keith. And so far, we've not been able to make any adjustment to stop it. That time he fakes it, almost completed it. Well covered over there on the far side of the field by, is that Deaton?
Yeah, they ran a little slant, and I believe it was Deaton. And
no, that's going to be a
Cameron.
Yeah,
it's Cameron that time. But to me, Kurt, that's overcoaching there a little bit. I think you run it off tackle, and then you're going to try to run a slant that just didn't have a chance of working that time.
2nd down and 10. Bonner fakes it, throws a little bubble screen out here to number 1, tries to just get one-on-one with Bolin. Taken down, he got a gain out of it, but a nice job open field tackling by Bolin. That'll be 3rd down, and it's going to be on 3rd down and about 4.
Well, again, that's another athlete for Senatobia, number 1, Richardson, and they just did what you saw there with Bonner, just pop up, throw it quickly out there to number 1 and let him make an athletic play. Jeb wasn't able to get him on the ground. He picked up big yardage.
2 down territory for the Warriors. 3rd down and 4. Tried to draw the Bulldogs offside. That didn't work. They just cannot hem him up.
Well, they had good blocking on the right side that time. There was a hole for him to cut back up in the middle. He cut it back to the left, decided to bounce it back to the right, but we're just having trouble tackling these guys tonight.
1st and 10 for the Warriors. They can get a 1st down. Looks like at about the 2-yard line. Bonner fakes it to the running back, keeps it himself, looks inside, bounces outside. almost ran over the official as he goes out of bounds.
Well, they ran that time again. They were running the read where Bonner was reading what the defense did. That time he kept the football. Bulldogs did a really good job of clogging the middle up. Bonner just bounced it to the outside. Not able to get much, but able to get to the sideline, get out of bounds.
2nd and 10. Fumble, and maybe I think the Warriors got it back. Bulldogs had a chance there, David, to get a loose ball, but I don't think they came up with it.
Unfortunately not. The ball fell right out of the quarterback's hands. He was trying to make a give handoff, and the Bulldogs just didn't see it. Didn't really have anybody that was there to where they could reach out and grab it. So good for the Bulldogs. That was a stop for the Bulldogs.
3rd down and 10. Big play in the football game right here, Keith.
Definitely need to stop.
There goes the handoff to Tabor. He's taken down along the 5-yard line.
I know they have a good kicker. I'm sure of that. But if they want to go, they're in 2-down territory here. They could just definitely run the football again.
4th down.
4th down. The ball looks like it's on about the 4-yard line. Can't really tell, Kurt, to be honest with you.
I think it's on the 6.
6-yard line.
3 yards for a 1st down. Timeout on the field. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
1:56 remaining before halftime. 20-7 is your score. I want to remind everybody, homecoming coming up. Go by and see Bill French down at French's Flower Shop on Backhead Street. All your homecoming needs.
Got a score here from Chevron shortstop. Choctaw County 15, East Webster 7. That's the 2nd quarter score.
4th down and 3. Bonner barks out the signal. He fakes the handoff. He bootlegs it out. He throws it in the flats. He caught the ball. It's popped out, and I think the Bulldogs have, but they're going to call it. They're going to call it a touchdown, Keith, and I think it's the correct call.
I think you're right, Kurt. He caught the ball, and good job by the Bulldogs. Good lick coming up to make the play, but the ball had already crossed the goal line.
Yep. 26-7.
Looks like they're going to go for 2 again. 1:48 left in the first half.
And that pass goes incomplete. 2-point conversion, no good. 26-7, back in 60.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
Visit www.nemcathletics.com for a complete schedule of all Tiger athletics.
Oh, about the third quarter, somewhere through there, we're going to have a great trivia question for you tonight. Brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet. Ball fielded by Shaw. Side steps one man. Got some running room up the sideline. Still on his feet, and now they're going to call him out of bounds.
He did. He stepped out of bounds right at the 50-yard line.
Bulldog sideline not very excited about the call, but he was tiptoeing at an official. He made the call immediately.
Well, Coach Stubblefield was standing right there on the sideline. He never flinched when they blew the whistle. Coach Stubblefield went out on the field and told his offense to come to him, so I believe he saw him step out of bounds. Good return by Shaw. Good field position for the Bulldogs, and obviously need to get this thing in the end zone if we can before half.
Ball is on the 49-yard line. Shettles will work with an empty backfield. We've got illegal procedure. We had movement along the Bulldogs offense. And to back them up 5 yards, it'll be 1st and 15.
Got a score of interest, local interest. Coach Luke Conley in his first season at Myrtle. In the second quarter, the Myrtle Hawks are leading Benton Academy 3-0.
Look out.
Look out now. We need a victory right there for the Hawks.
Shettle, Simpson, talk it over. Now Simpson to come out in the slot. Back to pass to Shettles. The blitz is on. He steps up, rolls to his right, does a good job of getting it to Bolin, and Jeb runs it out of bounds. Good play, but do we have a flag?
I don't know what the flag is.
Look like we got a flag, David.
I believe it's going to be a roughing the passer. They nailed Braden after the thing was over with, so I'm not sure after he released the ball. So I'm assuming it's going to be 15 yards added on the end of the play.
That's exactly right. You're Johnny on the spot. Mark off 15. First break of the night the Bulldogs have had, that's for sure.
Good job that time by Braden. Kurt, watch on something here. Number 11, McCollin Cameron is in on offense. He doesn't play offense a lot, and he is in the game. I don't know what the plan is. He's not sure where he's supposed to be right now, but first down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Shettles back, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, taken down. Pocket just collapsed on him.
Just wasn't much there, Kurt. Good job by Senatobia getting pressure. Clock is running 1:09 left. Second down and 11 for the Bulldogs.
Cameron's in the football game, I believe, for Shaw. Is what I think, Keith.
Well, I can't find Shaw on the field. I guess you're right. I just heard them calling him down here on the sideline earlier. I thought they might have been working something special for him, but I do not see Shaw out there.
Shettles back. He rolls right side, steps a would-be tackler, rolling, looking, throws it to the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown! Simpson got behind the coverage, and Shettles did a great job of staying with it. Touchdown the Bulldogs.
Well, the pressure came early, and Braden did a super job of avoiding the initial rush, cut to the outside, and Keelan just kept running. There was nobody down there with him. Great job by Braden putting it on him. Big score right there, Kurt, before the half.
And I think the Bulldogs are – I don't see Alexander checking in yet.
No.
Shettles are staying on the field. I think we're going to go for 2.
I think you're correct.
26-13 is the score. Well, I don't know. I don't have one of those.
I don't know statistically what the.
No, there's a card that you
Yeah.
have that tells you when you go for 2 and when you go for 1. Bulldogs Run a bunch set to the right. Shettles rolls to the right. He's looking. He sidesteps a man. Comes back across the field, and he's going to walk into the end zone. 2-point conversion, good. That one's brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet. And we've got a 26-15 football game. 29 seconds remaining before halftime. David, Bulldogs just put a nice drive together. Really had to have it to stay in the game.
Exactly right, Kirk. Braden did a good job there, kind of buying a little bit of time. Number 5 was hot on his heels. He just kind of gotten hit by number 5, but we got to find a way to keep him out. But Braden able to get the ball off before he gets to him, and perfect strike there to Simpson in the end zone. So, awesome job there. We needed those points here right here before halftime.
Look for the Bulldog kind of squib this one, Keith, and take any risk of a return out of the equation.
Well, Kurt, David talked about it that time. I mean, that drive right there was definitely a Braden Shettles highlight film because he made several good plays. They got some pressure, and we were doing a good job up front of blocking. They would just get one guy through or one play and then one another, and Braden every time did a good job of avoiding the rush and making something happen. But, again, we talked about it. That was a crucial drive for the Bulldogs.
And here comes the kick, and it's going to be a little bitty short poop kick. It's going to hit. And Bulldogs almost got it.
Golly, they almost got it. I thought Shaw had it.
He almost got it.
Wow.
That would have been a turn of events.
That was really close. They're going to have possession. We got 28.2 seconds left here in the first half. We would kind of think that Senatobia would just take a knee and go in, but who knows?
I don't know with these guys. I think I'd loosen up my safeties a little bit in case they just tried to throw one over the top.
I definitely would do that, and I don't know why I would say they'd take a knee. I wouldn't take a knee. If I had athletes like they got, I'd take a chance, but that's exactly what they're going to do. They're just going to take a knee and take it to the dressing room.
Yep. That's a smart thing to do. They've got a 11-point lead. They take a knee, take the snap. They're going to run the clock. Now, if they can get the guy to run the clock, it's going to be the question. If he's not ready to go to the dressing room, he'll just turn it off.
Oh, man. I think David's going to try to get Coach Stubblefield before they go into the locker room. Bulldogs are going to be trailing at the half, 26-15.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to send it on down to David Good. He's with Coach Cody Stubblefield.
All right, thank you, guys. Got Coach here. Coach started the ball game out with a great drive, put 7 points on the board.
Offensively, we've got some things. We're doing a good job moving the ball through the passing game. We've got to get a little bit better run game going. And we got to stop them. We've got to corral 2 and 3 that we do every pass and get to that lead. We've got to do a better job up front on the defensive line and linebackers keeping them corralled, being responsible for gaps and then tackling when we're there.
Yeah, I know you're glad to get those points on there right there before the end of the half there. So great job there getting those guys in the end zone.
Yeah, we just got to keep fighting, keep playing. Defense got to step up, get some stops right here in the second half, and then offense got to keep scoring.
Good luck to you in the second half, Coach. don't see them here on the sideline. So see if I can get some information about either one of those guys. But I know one was possibility of coming back before the end of the year, but don't know where he's at in his rehab.
That's right. Well, the Bulldogs are get ready to take the field as Senatobia's getting back, as stated earlier. They're going to receive the kickoff. So Alexander is taking his kickoff team out there, and big series for the Bulldogs here.
You're exactly right. Got to find a way to corral 2 and 3. I had somebody ask me at halftime if those guys were twins or brothers. I'm not sure that they are, but you can't really tell a whole lot of difference on either one of them. They both very, very elusive running backs and quarterback.
No doubt about that, David. Bulldogs getting ready to kick off, and the kick going to try a little pooch onside type kick, and Senatobia is going to get on the football just inside their 40-yard line. Looks like Kurt will take possession at about the 37-yard line.
No doubt about it. Bulldogs going to come out and try to catch the Warriors off balance a little bit, get an onside kick, but wound up just about where they'd wound up. I probably gave up 7 yards maybe on that. So a good gamble for the Bulldogs to start the second half.
Well, actually, they're going to spot the ball at the 40-yard line. I actually thought it was inside the 40, but
I thought you called it perfect. I don't know how it got to the 40. Anyway, Bonner's gone all the way for the Warriors at quarterback. Tabor, number 2, is a running back. As we're ready to get this second half going, we've got some movement along the line. No flags, nobody jumped into the neutral zone. And now Bonner's changing the play. Flares is running back out in the flat, completes it to him, picks up a block, got still on his feet down the sideline, and finally taken out of bounds by Shaw and a couple other Bulldogs, but not until he crosses the 45-yard line down to the 43-yard line.
Well, it just ran Tabor in motion out to the left side. Bonner just put him on a little screen pass. Our linebacker on that side couldn't get out there for the coverage, able to pick up big yardage, first down inside the Bulldog 45-yard line.
At the 43, 1st and 10. Bonner sends 3 receivers to the right side of the field. Bulldogs stay in a cover 2 zone type defense. And for the first time, I thought Hicks had him, but he broke away and still on his feet and finally taken down. And Keith, you talk about a little bit of hustle. Hicks had him along this sideline. He got away, and by the time they made the tackle, Hicks was back over there on it again.
Well, no doubt about the effort for Jaden there. He had him in the backfield, couldn't get him corralled. Number 2, as elusive as he's been all night, escaped that initial tackle, cut back to the left side, ran a long ways to pick up about 3 yards.
2nd down and 7 for the Warriors. Bulldogs stay with a 3-down lineman set. Fake the handoff to Tabor. Quarterback Bonner keeps it himself down the sideline. Taken out of bounds hard, but not until he gets a big gain down the sideline.
Well, that's what happens when number 2's had as much success as he's had tonight. The Bulldogs just bit on that fake to him, and Bonner kept the football, went around the corner. Linebacker on that side was not there to make the play, and he picked up big yardage.
It'll be a 1st down for the Warriors. Hand off to Tabor straight ahead. This time he doesn't get much. He got maybe 1 yard. That'll be it. He's taken down hard. It's the first time he's been taken down hard tonight.
Well, if you can get your hands on him, we got some trash talking going on out there. I don't know. We got another flag, 2 flags thrown. I don't really know what happened. Maybe David can give us an update.
Well, I don't think the Warriors like the way that Tabor was slammed to the ground, David, but can't tell who that flag is on.
I think they're going to call it offsetting on both teams to kind of solve the problem, but I don't think the New Albany kid said a word at all, and that's why he was kind of upset about the call. But anyway, they did call it offsetting penalty, so they'll redo the play.
Now Hicks is coming out at the football game. Gilbert checking back in. Tucker is in at one end. I don't know who the linebackers are going to be, Keith.
Well, they are going to.
I know Zion's going to be one of them, and maybe number 28.
26.
26.
26. That is a line. That's Pipkin, a linebacker.
He's working inside there with Zion. Handoff straight ahead to Tabor. They run right up the middle. Got pretty good running room. Picked up about 5 yards on this. Going to be 3rd down and 2.
Well, as you said, Kurt, they just ran right up the middle there. They actually knew that Jaden had come out of the ball game and had a new guy in there, and they went right at him.
Tabor's the running back. It goes straight to him. I don't know if he got anything at all on it. David Good's looking right at it. David looked like the line of scrimmage was about all he got.
Going to be a little bit short. Going to be about a yard to go from 4th down. About a yard to go. Big play for the Bulldogs right here. Big play for the Bulldogs.
And the last time they did that, they faked the handoff and rolled out to the left side. Let's see if they do it again.
If I was them, I'd let number 3 or number 2 carry it.
Yep. Got movement up on the line, but no offsides. Bonner talks to his line. He gives it to Tabor straight ahead, and I don't know how much he needed, but he didn't get much.
I don't think he got it.
Going to be awfully close. They're going to have to, looks like, measure this. I don't know. Got to see where the ball's resting, but they're going to call time and measure it. It looks like it's awful close, guys. Awful close.
No, he didn't have to get in the end zone, did he, Kurt? That's right.
No.
He could get a first down.
Yep. Ball's right on the 5. It was 4th and 1. And I just don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. David's looking straight down the line and can't tell from his vantage point. He said it's that close.
Hope their chain gang is as good as ours back home.
Mm-hmm. It's a good thing that guy running the clock's not running the chain.
Oh, man, you're giving him a hard time tonight.
Well, I mean, the official, he's going to have a sore shoulder tomorrow.
Bulldogs ball. Bulldogs ball.
Attaboy defense. Good job.
Good job by the Bulldog defense. Stopped them about 6 inches shy and taking over the football with a 1st and 10. Looks like it's going to be on about our vantage point looks like it's going to be on about the 5-yard line.
All about the 2. About the 2.
1st and 10. Now we got to get out of that hole down there. Big stop by that Bulldog defense.
No doubt about it. Good job by the defense there to get the stop. Gave up some big plays in that drive, but did stop them. Take this thing, get it out of this hole a little bit, and then see if we can't get this offense working.
Hand off to Simpson. He's got running room. He's still on his feet. He's taking a couple of Warriors with him. Nice job of getting out of the end zone. Nice, good job up front. Nice job by Simpson.
Well, as you said, Kurt, good job by the guys up front. Newby, Horn, Conley, Morton, and Caffey doing a good job up front, giving a little room for Simpson to run through. Big play on 1st down.
Shettles hands it to him once again. That may be DJ this time. Hurdles a man. Now we've got a flag coming, 2 flags coming in, and somebody's going to call holding, I think, just judging by the way they were thrown.
Yeah, it looks like that's what it's going to be. We ran a trap over to the left side. Good job of running there by DJ to try to get it back in there, but they're going to call a hold and take us back.
I think they're going to say the illegal procedure, Chief.
No, they went with the hold.
They did.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really a little bit surprised at the Senatobia coach. They've got an 11-point lead, and they've got an excellent kicker. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't go ahead and kick a field goal down there just to go ahead and get up 14 points.
Well, you don't know.
Well, the way they move the football, I understand the thinking.
Clock is running down to 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
It's 1st and 15 on the 10-yard line. Shettles gives it to his running back. He's got some running room. Simpson does, refuses to come down. What a job of running the football.
Well, just good hard running by Keelan there, and good job again by the guys up front. Getting it out of the hole there, getting a little space to maybe make this offense run. Still plenty of time in this football game.
Now Shettles working with a little bit of tempo, hurrying his football team up. Handoff once again. Simpson plunges straight ahead. Gets another 3, 4, 5 yards out of it. Let's see where they mark it. Give him about 4 on it. Make it 2nd down and 6.
Now the Bulldogs are having some success up front. The guys moving them out. Simpson running the ball hard. 2nd down and 8.
Shettles tried to pull him offside. I want you to look how they're playing number 7 over here, Shumpert. I'd run him on a fly pattern, kid.
In a minute.
Shettles handed it straight ahead. Simpson just got nowhere to go. Didn't probably lost a yard on it.
Yeah, nothing there. Same play we ran before. Just Senatobia's found something to plug it up there. We were running the ball right in that area, and they made some adjustments to stop that. Going to be 3rd down and 7 yards to go for the Bulldogs. DJ is going to check in, back in at receiver. Going to have Shaw, Shumpert, and I believe Jeb over there with DJ.
Everybody set, a 3-down lineman set by the Warriors. Showing blitz. They're coming on the blitz. Shettles sidesteps him. He sets up. He looks. He's got a man. Shumpert across the middle. 1st down, Bulldogs.
Well, good job that time by Braden of avoiding the rush. They brought the blitz. Braden had to run to his left and turn his body and throw it back across his body in the middle of the field. Shumpert did a really good job of getting into space where there was nobody there from Senatobia and made a really good catch. 1st down, Bulldogs.
6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Stack a couple of receivers wide to the left. Shettles throws it underneath a little bubble screen, trying to break free and get a little bit of running room. Nice job of picking up a couple of hard yards by DJ.
Well, they were running another wide receiver screen. We ran it tonight to Shaw. We were trying to run it to DJ that time. The play was developed a little bit slow. Senatobia did a good job of reading it, seeing what was happening. Defensive lineman saw the slant coming and got out there.
2nd and 7. Shettles hands it to Simpson. He's got running room, refusing to come down. 1st and 10 by Simpson. And Keith, it's taken 3, 4 players to get him to the ground.
I'm telling you, when number 3 starts rolling, man, it's hard to get him on the ground. Again, the guys up front doing a good job. Gilbert in there now, number 55 for the Bulldogs up front blocking and doing a really good job up front, and Keelan's running hard.
Shettles back to pass. He's looking deep. He's under pressure, rolling to right. He's got Shaw in the end zone, but it's going to come back. They're going to call holding on the Bulldogs, I think.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Kurt. Another good play by Braden, avoiding the rush. Again, helped by a holding call there, of course, but really good throw, rolling out to his right, threw that ball probably 50 yards down there to Shaw, who had gotten behind the receivers. Penalty's going to bring it back. 4:53 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs still trailing 26-15. Going to make it 1st down and about 20, Kurt.
Yep. On the 46-yard line. 4:23 remaining. Third quarter. 26-15 is the score. New Albany trails. Hand off to Simpson, trying to get an edge. He does. Going to be taken out of bounds, short of a 1st down.
Tell you what we did that time is Simpson showed he's got some speed. He's a big power runner, but he was able to get to the corner and able to pick up a little bit of yards. Going to be 2nd down and about 14 yards to go.
Shettle sends twin receivers left and right. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. He fires a bullet to Shumpert. Completes it. He's going to take it to the house. Nice job of footwork by Shumpert. Threw a bullet to him, and he caught it, came down with it, avoided a would-be tackler. We've got a ball game on our hands.
Well, great job again by the offensive line and a great job by the backs picking up guys coming from the outside. Braden stayed in the pocket, and Shumpert ran a great route and caught the football with his hands, made the guy from Senatobia miss, took it into the end zone. Great play for the Bulldogs.
This extra point brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet down on Main Street, New Albany. Delicious plate lunches Monday through Saturday. That's Tallahatchie Gourmet, downtown New Albany. Shettle's back to pass. He's got his man hit. 2-point conversion good, and we got a ball game, and we're going to hold it right here. 316-4000 is the number to call. You got a trivia question for us?
I got a doozy for us tonight, guys. One person, again, 316-4000, Tallahatchie Gourmet trivia question, $25 gift certificate. Tonight's question is, one person in New Albany history played football for the great Vince Lombardi. Who is that person, and what was the team that Vince Lombardi was coaching when this person played for him? 316-4000, $25 gift certificate, Tallahatchie Gourmet. Again, one person in New Albany played football for the great Vince Lombardi. Who was that person, and what was the team that he played for at the time?
Man, that's too hard.
No, that's not hard. It was something different. It was a good one.
Y'all keep coming up with stuff, and it's not giving people a fair chance.
Oh, that'll be answered before we get through the third quarter.
$25 gift certificate. Tallahatchie Gourmet, a big sponsor of all New Albany sports.
No doubt about it. Got another Northeast Mississippi Community College kickoff. Visit www.nemcathletics.com for a complete schedule of all Tiger events. You can also watch Tiger football at nemcctv.com.
Now Alexander's going to tee it up. He's going to pooch kick it along the far sideline, and it's going to be taken right there at the 32-yard line. First down for the Warriors.
Kurt, what a change of events that was. The Bulldogs stop them down there on about the 2-yard line, take the football 98 yards, and we've got a 3-point football game. Now, still, we've got to find a way to stop them, but I think our offense has proven that we can move the football in them, because that time we ran and we threw the football with success. Big possession right here for the Bulldog defense.
No question about it, Keith. We could get a turnover right here.
That'd be nice.
Both ball clubs have been very successful moving the ball tonight, as you can tell by the score. Bonner hands it to Tabor straight ahead. He's got running room again, taken down after a 9-yard gain. Second down and 1.
Kurt, we already got a winner.
You got to be kidding.
Already got a winner.
Man.
And the winner, he's got to take his mother to eat dinner.
He does?
Yep, that's the requirements of this winner. I'll tell the winner after this play.
I can't wait to see who knew that one, man. I'm telling you.
He had it on speed dial.
I mean, you had it. Bonner brings a man in motion. Hands it to Tabor off the left side. He's got the edge. He's got running room. He's taken down at the 45-yard line. Another 10, 15-yard gain. And the Bulldogs just having struggles with this.
It's tough to get the young man on the ground.
Who won that thing?
The winner of the question tonight, again, the question was, one person in New Albany played football for the great Vince Lombardi. And that answer was Mr. Wayne West. He played for Vince Lombardi for the New York Giants. And Walt Harrison is the winner of that $25 gift certificate, Tallahatchie Gourmet.
Oh, Walt.
Walt was on it.
I'm glad. Maybe Walt will take me and his mother out to eat, and he can pay for his part. I mean,
I ain't worried about you, but he needs to take Miss Livy out.
Hey, we're gonna have another trivia.
Got a bonus question.
We got a bonus question tonight. We're gonna have another Tallahatchie Gourmet bonus question here in the fourth quarter. And I bet the answer for that one doesn't come in quite as fast.
I tell you, Walt jumped all over that one.
He
It's
did.
I think somebody gave him that answer.
Now, that's an interesting turn.
Good job.
The Bulldog defense hems him up that time, Keith. Gonna lose a couple on it. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Great job that time on the outside by the Bulldog defenders, keeping him contained, giving the other Bulldogs enough time to get there and help out. Big play right there. Got 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Senatobia leads the football game 26-23. Big play right here in the game. 3rd down and 4 for the Warriors on the Bulldogs, about 39-yard line.
Choctaw County is taking a 23-13 lead over East Webster. Bonner keeps it himself. He sidesteps and breaks another tackle, still on his feet, down the sideline. And, man, you talking about a guy that's hard to bring down. I mean, I haven't seen anything like him in a while.
We just can't get the guys on the ground. I'm telling you, man, they are so shifty. And number 3 and number 2 had him that time, I thought, contained. He bounced it to the outside, was able to pick up big yardage.
Bruce leads Potts Camp 33-12. Baldwin over Walnut 20-6. Winona 35, Charleston 12.
We got looks like the Bulldogs are going to be all sides. And the Bulldogs going to give Senatobia 5 yards.
Boonville's taking a 13-7 3rd quarter lead over Kossuth.
Got number 34 in the ball game for the Bulldogs, Chance Robinson on the defensive line.
Nettleton 34, Aberdeen 8. Bonner checks off at the line again, hands it to Tabor. He's trying to get on the edge. He does get on the edge, cuts it back inside, taken down from behind by number 34 for the Bulldogs.
That is Chance Robinson I was just talking about. And we almost had him, Kurt. Just couldn't get our fingertips on him, and he was able to stretch it around the corner and pick up the 1st down. Going to be 1st down and goal. Clock running. I believe they're going to let this thing run out. Just got another score came in from the Chevron shortstop. Myrtle Hawks are up 9-7 in the 3rd quarter. Big game for the Hawks. Looks like they're going to let this thing run out, Kurt. We're going to end the 3rd quarter. Senatobia leading the football game 26-23. We'll send it back to the station. Bulldog football on WNAU.
enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fix them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Ripley's taking a 28-19 fourth quarter lead over Shannon Red Raiders. North Pontotoc 28-17 in the third quarter over South Pontotoc. West Point has come back from behind. Third quarter, they lead Tupelo 21-20.
Oh, wow.
Columbus leads New Hope 16-0. Start with 42, Greenwood nothing. DeSoto Central and Grenada still 14-13 in the third quarter.
Senatobia leads this one 26-23 to start the fourth quarter. They're on the move inside the Bulldogs' 10-yard line. And Kurt, I wouldn't mind me one bit seeing another goal line, another defensive stand right here.
Yes, sir. We've got a 26-23 lead by Senatobia starting the fourth quarter. Bonner back to pass. He's looking. He's got a man in the flat, and he's got a touchdown. What he's got. He flared his back out of the backfield, Keith, and right down the sideline he went. Touchdown, Senatobia.
Yep, good play there. He just, like you say, they had sent him in motion earlier and thrown him the ball. That time he just flared out on a little wheel route over on the sideline. And again, a linebacker's not able to get over there and get in defensive coverage. He's able to get the touchdown, 32-23, Senatobia, 11:53 left in the football game.
Tallahatchie Gourmet extra point. Go by and see Jeff and Angel and all of them down at Tallahatchie Gourmet. Half snap, fakes it, throws it in the flat. Touchdown to extra point, 2-point conversion is good. And that's going to make it 34-23. 11:53 remaining. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not so good times too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're gonna celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
Take it away. All right, we're back in Senatobia. Bulldogs getting ready to receive this kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs brought to you by Northeast Mississippi Community College. Don't forget, next Thursday is homecoming. Our own Johnny Payton will be inducted to the Northeast Sports Hall of Fame.
DJ comes up and makes a tackle, tries to cut across field. One man got him, but a shoestring tackle. First down for the Bulldogs.
Well, really good tackle, really good job by DJ to come up and make the play, though, because that ball could have hit. If it hit, it would probably roll the long way. So, big play.
Bulldogs have 11:47. They're going to need 2 scores and a stop if they're going to win this football game tonight. But they could strike really quick. As Shettles brings his offensive football team onto the field. Shettles is going to hand it to Simpson straight ahead. Now he bounces outside, stays on his feet. Got a good 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 yards. Let's see where they're going to mark it, Keith. Going to give him about 6 on it. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Good hard running there by Keelan, running the ball inside of a little trap play, and he bounced it to the outside, able to pick up good yardage.
Warriors show blitz, fire a bullet, completes it to Shaw. It's going to be shy of a first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Just a little short on the throw there. Looked like Braden was trying to maybe guide it in there a little bit instead of just letting it go, and Shaw had to go down to make the catch. Shaw's waving, wanting somebody to come get him.
You know, I think he might have been. He wasn't in the ball game at the end of that 2nd quarter. I'm not sure where he hadn't got a little bit of a shoulder. He's favoring.
We got the heavy package in there right now on 3rd and 1.
And Simpson got enough to get a first down, that's for sure.
Tell you what, the young man that one thing you can say for him is he gives effort every time he runs that football.
I'll tell you what, if we choose up teams, I want him on mine.
I don't want to be on the other team trying to tackle him. For sure. I'd like to see a fake to him right here and hit somebody going down the sideline.
Settles back to pass. He's looking. He's trying to get it to Shaw. He's got a man. Oh! Should have been a pass interference call. He grabbed Shaw. Nobody, no flag.
No doubt about it. I mean, that was obvious.
David Good was standing right there looking at it, David. I don't know how you missed that one.
Yeah, the defensive back made a good recovery on it, but early when he made his second break on the route, number 7 grabbed a hold of him, so it slowed him down just a little bit, not able to catch up with it there. But unfortunate for the Bulldogs, that was a nice pass.
But you can't do that, can you, Kurt? You can't grab them and hold them, right?
Not supposed to be able to.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Shettles back to pass. He's got all day. He's looking. He fired a bullet. It was knocked down by number 5 for the Warriors. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
He had Shaw that time slanting across the middle, and lucky that one wasn't picked off. Number 5 hit him right in the hands. He's just not able to come down with it. 3rd down and 10 right here for the Bulldogs. Obviously a big play.
Got to kind of look at it like it's a 2-down situation, Keith.
Yep.
Got to get 5 here, maybe 6. Shettles tried to draw them off sides. They didn't take the bait. But if you can get it, 5 or 6 yard gain, get it to 4th and 4, you like your chances.
No doubt about it.
Back to pass to Shettles. He's rolling to his right. He's looking. He's got Shumpert. Shumpert's got a first down. He's on his feet, out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Wow. Good job of the guys up front. The pressure was coming, and Braden had to avoid it after they did a good job initially. When he rolled out, what a throw by Braden there. I mean, got a lot of velocity on it. And again, Shumpert, number 7 for the Bulldogs, catching it with his hands, making a big play.
Shettles goes with a 5 wide receiver set. He's back to pass, sets up a screen to Shaw. Fumbled the football, and the Bulldogs got it back.
I don't even know.
I think they got it back.
I think they got it back, too. It almost could be called an incompletion even. I mean, if you had replay, you could almost say he didn't have possession of the football, but Bulldogs are going to keep it, it looks like. Going to lose a yard, 2 yards on the play.
Lucky we didn't lose the ball there.
Yeah, it was close. Close. I like the play, though, man. I tell you what. Had he held on to it, I think he was going to pick up some pretty good yardage. Time is starting to be a factor here, Kurt. We're down to 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Need something quick here to get in the end zone.
2nd and 12. Hand off to Simpson. Straight ahead. He runs over one man. Lunges inside the 45-yard line down to the 42.
Yeah, and the guy that he ran over grabbed his face mask to hang on to the ride. He could have got a penalty there. Going to be 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. Simpson's coming out of the game, or he was wanting to come out of the game, and they sent him back.
3rd down and 7.
Play clock gets down to 15 seconds left.
Shettles looking. He's under pressure. He's going to go down. He's going to take a big loss. Back to the 42-yard line and just couldn't get away. And really, he couldn't get turned around to even throw the ball right away.
Well, the pressure was coming, and they came with 2 linebackers coming that time. Braden was rolling to his left to escape the pressure. I think had he been rolling right, he would have been able to get rid of the football, but he just couldn't throw the football there. Big play by Senatobia's defense. Kurt, this is going to be 3rd and 22, something like that.
4th,
I'm sorry.
Shettles back. He's got time. He's looking. He's got a man in the middle. It's going to go incomplete. Almost intercepted on the tip, trying to get it to DJ and just couldn't get it in there.
Well, you had the penalty, and then you had the big sack back there, and it moved us backwards. We were moving the ball well and just not able to have success to get a first down. Senatobia is going to take possession of the football at the Bulldogs. Looks like about 42-yard line.
You talking about a must-stand for the defense. Of course, the last three have been must-stands, but they just cannot afford to give up a lot of time or any points.
Well, you're right. I mean, times is becoming a big part of this game right here, too, and we would love to see a turnover. It'd be awesome.
Hey, Keith, after this play, let's do that other trivia question.
Oh, heck yeah, I forgot. Oh, I got a doozy here. Walt, you can't win this one now.
Combination of Bonner and Tabor. Bonner's going to take it off the right side, taken down by DJ Robinson. Might have got 1 yard out of it. Go ahead, Keith.
Good job by DJ standing home. This question is Tallahatchie Gourmet sponsors our trivia question. As Kurt said, they do a great job of sponsoring all events for New Albany schools. Tonight's bonus question is, what year was Tallahatchie Gourmet established, and what building was their first location? 316-4000.
Bonner hands it to his running back. He sidesteps a would-be tackler.
Ask that question one more time, Kurt. What year was Tallahatchie Gourmet established, and what was the building, the first location? The answer to that's going to be giving me a site or what we used to call the place or whatever you want to do. But
316-4000. Bulldogs jump, no flag now. No flag. 5:58 remaining. Plunges straight ahead. I think he got a first down. I don't know, David, looking right at it.
First down, Senatobia Warriors.
I don't know, Keith. These are two of the quicker backs, aren't they, that we've seen in quite some time?
Well, I told you on the way up here, they reminded me of Corinth, the way they run the football and what they do. But now, and I thought the backs at Corinth were good backs. I thought they were good young backs. But these two kids right here, man, they are some kind of fast.
Yeah. Snap was a little high. Bonner fakes the handoff. He keeps it off the right side. He's close to another first down. We've got flags on the field. I don't know what they are. I think it may be a hold on the Warriors.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. They're going to bring it back, holding against the Warriors there in the interior line. So, good call for the Bulldogs.
Well, it's going to be they're moving them back, so it is going to be on Senatobia. We got 5 minutes, 14 seconds left in the game. Senatobia leads 34-23, and
you got a winner?
I already got an earned winner, man. I'm telling you, these people, I'm not doing a good job with these trivia questions. I thought they were hard. Got a winner. Tonight's winner for the Tallahatchie Gourmet. The question was when was Tallahatchie Gourmet established, and what was the original location? After this play, I'll give you the winner and the answer.
There goes Tabor. Bulldogs chased him.
The winner, the answer to that question is it was established in 2002, and the original location was the old Junior Food Mart, which is the building located to Pam Brown State Farm. If you're looking at Pam Brown State Farm, the building to the right, that was the original location. And the winner of the $25 gift certificate to Tallahatchie Gourmet is Ray Gafford. He wins the $25 gift certificate.
And I believe they still use that building for some of their catering.
I think you are correct. But they are a great sponsor of Bulldog football.
Second down and 2. Snap is over his head. His back, it's a pile up, but Bonner gets back on it. DJ was trying to get there, but he just couldn't run it down.
Well, almost a huge break right there for the Bulldogs. Snapped it over his head.
I don't know what the discussion is, but there's a discussion, and let's go down to David. What we got, David?
Coach Stubblefield called a timeout, but they couldn't get the clock stopped. So it should be about 10 more seconds on the play clock, but Bulldogs just called a timeout there, kind of get the defensive set on this big third down. Got to have the ball back quickly as we can get it. Time getting short on us here in this ball game.
Well, I'm telling you, I've been noticing the clock.
You've been on him tonight, and you've been right. They've said you're not a good clock operator. He's giving them every advantage he can get.
Official could not get him to start it in late in the second half, or a second quarter. But if he's listening to us, he'll tell you we're not perfect either.
Well, I mean, I know we're not perfect, but we're not professionals at this. He's supposed to be a professional. He's doing that. I have noticed the clock. Like you said, I like to pick at you, but I have noticed tonight the clock being stopped or not stopped several times. Third down and long for Senatobia. 3:52 left in the football game. Senatobia leads 34-23. He tells him made it or not.
No, he stopped way short of the first down. He needed about 20, so it's going to wind up being a 4th and 10. I don't know that the Warriors will punt it. Bulldogs will take a timeout. We'll take it with them.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
On the clock in the football game, and they've got to score quick.
Well, good job again by the defense to get possession back for the offense. Again, the clock is obviously our enemy right now, but something quick. We've got speed. We've got talent on the outside. Break somebody, get somebody behind. I know Brady can throw the ball deep, so we need something big right here, obviously.
Three receivers stacked over here to the right. Shettles goes to Hicks. He stays on his feet inside the 40, down to the 34-yard line. Hicks must have come from a tight end position.
What a play call. We had linemen lined up out as receivers, kind of just a block for like a screen and set it up for Jaden. He came from like the tight end position or H-back position, wide open in the middle. Good job, good run, good throw.
Fakes a handoff to Simpson, looking in the end zone. He's got a man. Oh, Jumper came down with it. He had a hand in his face and still came down with it. And the Bulldogs scored that quick.
Wow, that's what you needed right there, Kurt. No doubt about it. man, I'm talking about what a beautiful throw. And Caleb Shumpert has had an awesome game tonight, man, looking good, catching the ball with his hands. Good job again by the offensive line, giving Braden time to throw the football.
I thought that the Senatobia Warrior may have gotten a hand on that pass. Great concentration by Shumpert.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Bulldogs would go for 2. Try to get it within a field goal. Shaw's going to pass it, and he's going to complete it to Shadows, and we've got a 34-31 football game with 2:54 remaining in the contest. Back in 60 seconds.
Enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed, and so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fixed them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
54 seconds. Senatobia leads 34-31. Kurt, the Bulldogs went with the old, I think it was the Philadelphia Eagles made that play famous in the Super Bowl. Braden was acting like he was giving instructions. They direct snapped it to Caleb. Caleb handed it off on the reverse. They threw the ball back to Braden for the 2-point conversion. Clock's running down here on the possession. Grayson had to come back over and get something. We're going to probably have to call a timeout if we've got one here. No, he's going to line up and kick it. There's a kick. It bounces around. It comes out.
No, he didn't get it, Keith. He didn't get it. He had a grand shot at it, but he didn't get it before it went out.
Oh, hurt. Man, that was so close.
Looked like he might have been able to fall on it, but he tried to scoop it, it looked like.
I couldn't see because of the players, but I'm telling you, man, that almost worked out to perfection there.
Ball's going to be at the 30-yard line.
Do you know how many timeouts we have, Kurt?
I don't, but we see if David Good might know how. David, we're curious if you happen to know how many timeouts we have left.
I believe we've got one left, Kurt. I believe that's all we used a couple early in the quarter, but 2 or 1 is all we have left.
Bonner hands it to Tabor over to 35, out to the 37.
Big opportunity on that onside kick there. Big opportunity. Just weren't able to get on top of it there. Had several guys there. Most of them were trying to scoop it and score, but unfortunately it rolled out of bounds on us there. If we'd have just got a whole handle on it, I'd have liked our chances.
2:22 remaining, and the Warriors are going to sit here and run the clock. Can't blame them one bit for that.
Well, if they get a first down, it's probably going to be the ball game.
Bonner's going to hand it to Tabor straight ahead. He got a yard out of it. And we're going to take a timeout right here, and we're going to take one with them.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're gonna celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
I wish they'd snap it back at Senatobia.
We got too many men on the field, and there comes the flag, and there goes Tabor taking out of bounds. Flag, a penalty will be declined. It'll be a first down for the Warriors.
How did we have too many men on the field? What? Going to give them a first down, and that's going to do it, Kurt. That'll be the ball game right there.
Well, if Mr. Good is correct, we're out of timeouts.
And he is correct. I see it on the scoreboard now. A while ago, it looked like a 7, but it's a 1. It was a 1, and we got 0.
Bonner's gone at quarterback all the way. Done a good job.
No doubt about it. Get him. Ooh.
They've got him for a big loss. May have gotten him out of bounds.
No, clock is still running. Big loss, though.
A minute and 5 remaining. And we got 3 points. We're behind, and we can't stop the clock.
Not a good combination, is it?
Nope. The Warriors are going to get into victory celebration. They're going to take a knee. They know we're out of timeouts.
No.
Well, there goes the stoppage of the clock for the penalty. Delay a game, or did they call timeout?
I think we were offsides. Which is not a bad penalty. But the clock is started back, so Bulldogs are going to lose this one 34-31.
And the Senatobia Warriors take a knee. And that's going to run out the clock. And the Bulldogs going to lose this one 34-31 in what has been a really exciting football game. Plenty of offense, and neither team's defense really been successful whatsoever at stopping the other.
Well, you got to give the Bulldogs credit, Kurt. I mean, it got out of hand early, and Bulldogs did quit. Offense showed a lot of spark in the second half. And the defense, I mean, they had the ball down there inside our 5-yard line. We held them at the 2-yard line, and they drove, the Bulldogs offense drove it 98 yards. Had a chance on the onside kick that David was talking about. I mean, we fall on that right there and get possession of the football for the offense. I like our chances.
I agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more. We will be back after these messages.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fixed them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
County 38, McLaurin, nothing. That's a fourth quarter score. Tupelo Christian 27, Hatley 22, late in the fourth quarter.
Crystal Springs over McGee in the third quarter, 14-13. Kossuth over Baldwin in the fourth quarter, 14-13.
And with that, we're going to send it down to the field. David Goods joining Coach Cody Stubblefield. David?
All right, Coach, got two pretty evenly matched teams there tonight.
Yeah, they're a really good football team. Number 2 and number 3 are hard to tackle. We struggled on a lot tonight. We've got to get them down a little bit quicker. Got some stops, got back in, did a lot of good things, executed the ball with the ball. Just let them have too much early. And on the defensive side of the ball, we let them control the line of scrimmage, and that was a problem.
And the onside kick, bless your heart, we had it all here on side.
Had a chance, and Grayson, credit him, did a good job, put it out there, gave us an opportunity. That was the one play we didn't make right there, right? We had a lot of effort right there, a lot of fight right there. Proud of those guys. They completed the second half, hold them in there at halftime. You got an opportunity to come out here and you battle and you can grit and you get after it. Or you can lay down and it'll get ugly. They came out here and they fought and they competed and they executed and they played a really good second half. We a play or two short, a stop or two short. And then, like I said, got an opportunity to get the onside kick. Would have loved to have gotten out.
No, you're proud of you guys there, so good luck to you next week.
Yeah, absolutely proud of them. Those guys, they want to get over that hump. That was one that we got to find a way to win that one.
Good luck to you next week, Coach. We'll talk to you on the field. We got the punter, Mr. D. Johnson. Been punting for us this year. We've talked about you on the radio quite a bit, man. Do a fantastic job. Glad to have you out here. I know you play a little basketball, but what's it like punting? You're a left-footed punter. That's the wrong foot, isn't it?
No, not for me. I'm left-handed, left-footed. Love being left-handed and left-footed. Right. Just something fun. Something I picked up as a kid, and it just carried over as I kept going through growing up, and just something I love to do.
Well, you're doing a great job. Got a lot of hang time on there. You let you guys get down for coverage and all that kind of stuff. When did you start punting? You say at your early age?
Well, I started kicking when I was about 8. So I've been kicking since I was about 8. When I played Little League, I was kicking. And then as I just grew up, I just wanted to get better at it, so I just kept practicing.
Now, Coach Stubblefield claims that you came to him as far as in the off season about punting. Is that right?
Yes, sir, it is. I knew I could punt. I knew he needed a punter. Said, might as well. Senior year, just go out there and have fun.
Now, you also play basketball, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
3-point threat?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you on your basketball season. Tough fought game tonight. Let's go back and get them at Bahia next week at our homecoming.
Yes, sir.
All right.